Football Friday continues here, presented by Gasano's Pizza. And we are glad to have you with us today as we look ahead to Week 9 of the high school football slate, the next to last, the penultimate, some would say, week of the regular season. And to do that, we bring in Brad Caldwell from the Arkansas Sports Network here on the Lewis Automotive Group hotline. Hi, Brad. How you doing?
I'm doing well, man. Just living down here in 1996 like it's good to be here, man. It's all good.
Well, sometimes that analog's the best way to go. You rely on the old technology. When all the satellites go down, what's still going to be here? Tube TVs.
Exactly. Well, I graduated from Mountainburg High School, so I'm used to this. When I graduated in 1999, it was more like 79 there, so I'm good.
Yeah.
We're doing well.
I love your gym. I've had great success in your gym.
Okay, yeah. Well, they built a new one. They had the rock wall gym there forever. I think they were in it 50 years, and they built a new one. I think they're christening that this year.
Wow.
Yeah, getting big time down there.
Well, while we're talking about new facilities, let's congratulate the Dirks Outlaws for their victory in this T-Mobile competition for $1 million worth of upgrades there to their football facility.
Absolutely. We're excited for them. I'm glad to have had just a small part in it. And, of course, the state of Arkansas really rallied behind Dirks. And, I give a lot of credit to those people down there. I need to hire those people for marketing of my place here because I'm telling you, they really did a great job of getting it out there and getting it to people that had reach. And, they just set their mind to it, and they did it. And I say congratulations to them.
Despite a push from those bleep holes in Oregon, calling it fake and calling it all kinds of other stuff.
Sending spies down here, espionage.
This thing reached a level to where they were calling into question the town of Dirks. How can you possibly do that? It's ridiculous.
Right, and you could just see which one needed it the most, and I'm really glad that Dirks was the one that came out with it because they really do need the upgrades, and I'm super happy for them. I think this is a really, really good day for them and really for the state of Arkansas as a whole.
Yeah, very exciting times indeed for them and for those kids and everybody in that town. So we've got another busy schedule to pour over here, and we'll get to as many as the best we can. If we don't talk about your team, it's not that we don't like your team. It's just, we're constrained by time here, and we can't cover all,
let's run
100 and some odd games.
Run with that. That sounds fun.
We can't get to all of them.
Go with
here.
that.
But, Zachary, where would you like to begin
let's
this thing?
Let's start with a game in our listening area, a big one. Hot Springs going to travel down to Camden Fairview. That is that Hot Springs team's hot, for lack of a better adjective. They're rolling right along down there. Coach Burnett's got them playing really well.
Yes, they do. They're playing very well. They have benefited from a couple Malvern transfers coming in. That has helped them tremendously. Bishop Allen has been tremendous for them this year at quarterback, and that it starts there. But they also are very large. Saw them this year at our preseason deal that we do, and they're a big team. And right now, Camden Fairview is kind of coming on here. They are 4-1, so this is a really, really big game here for Camden Fairview and for Hot Springs. If Fairview wins this game, they essentially lock up the 2 seed. I say that. I guess there's still some scenarios there, but they really get in the mix for the 2 seed. While if Hot Springs wins, they are on the path to play in Lakeside next week, which they don't like each other down there.
And
that's going to be a great game.
Those two teams really don't like each other. We can say that about some rivalries, but those two, they don't get along.
So really, truly, when we were doing our preseason event that we do, we had Hot Springs in the room, and they were doing their interviews, and then Lakeside came in the room, and it got very cold in there very quickly. The temperature changed in there, so they don't like each other, and so that's going to be an interesting matchup if all holds out, which it will be anyway. But Hot Springs playing very well this year. But I'm telling you, an upstart Camden Fairview team. We saw Fairview week 3, I think, or week 4, and they didn't look very good. I'll be honest with you, they didn't look great. And I thought, well, this year is not going to be a great year for Camden Fairview. They've come back around. They're playing well, and they're right in the playoff mix. Of course, you can't forget Parkview either in that 5A South. They're coming along too.
And of course, as we look, kind of peek ahead a little bit, Hot Springs and Lakeside next week. Lakeside tonight has Parkview, so that's
another small little tilt in the 5A.
That's another.
Wow, those are good.
What
games.
A league, the 5A South, huh? This is a great
do.
year.
Yeah, 5A South is the strongest in the 5A this year. You got Magnolia sitting out right now that I would say in just about any other league, and consider, the bigger schools especially, they're playing where they take six out of the 6A West and the East and all that. I would say Magnolia would make the playoffs in almost every other league in the state. But this year, they're going to be left out most likely because they are just in such a strong league.
Yeah, absolutely. We're talking with Brad Caldwell here at Arkansas Sports Network on Ruskin and Zach. How about we'll stay in this little Southwest Arkansas kind of flavor we got going on here right now. How about Nashville and Malvern?
Two teams that hate each other.
There's another one, yeah.
Yeah, and this one you would have thought would have had a little bit more riding on it, but Nashville has taken control of the 7-4A by virtue of their victory over Arkadelphia, and they are playing really well. Coach Brad Cheshire's got them going down there, just like what they would have wanted to do. Nashville's been reaching for a while now. Nashville has not been Nashville that we have known for years and years and years. The Billy Laird Nashville and the Billy Dawson Nashville, that's not what we've seen. But Brad Cheshire has got them guys going in the right direction. They're 6-2, 5-0. Their only two losses are to Magnolia and to Dardanelle. Dardanelle was a 2-point game up here at Dardanelle, and I think Nashville continues to build. They continue to play well, and at this point, the league is Nashville's to lose. Malvern could trip them up, but right now Malvern's reeling a little bit. They've been handled. Last week they got handled pretty good by Bauxite. So, right now Malvern is kind of playing, not necessarily for their playoff lives, but definitely for a playoff seed right now, trying to stay in the mix. They're 3-2. Bauxite's 3-2. Haskell Harmony Grove is 3-2 right now. So there's something to play for there in this one. But, man, Nashville really playing like one of the top teams in 4A and really one of the teams that could, I think, contend for a state title in 4A.
Let's stay south of I-40 because apparently from the folks down there, it just means more. Clinton and Mena are one of the metrics I use is the Massey ratings, and they have a percentage, like a win probability percentage. This is one of the closest games of the week. They like Mena a lot, I'll say, but that's never an easy place to go and play.
Well, with my own two eyes, I've seen Clinton. I have not seen Mena. I think Clinton's a very good football team and really still with a ton to play for. If they win against Mena this week, then they will play against Ozark next week for the 2 seed in the 4A4. A very physical football team. They run the ball well. In fact, they don't do much else but run, but they do have the ability to do that if they need to. Brody Dufresne last week threw for 200 and something yards on 9 completions, and so they can throw it when they need to. But I just like Clinton. I think they're big. I think they're physical. They're really tough to handle. Mena is a well-coached team and sitting there right now at 6-2 on the season. Only 2 losses that they've got are to Ozark and to Pottsville. And I know they'd like to have that Pottsville game back right now. This is a really good matchup at 7-1 and 4-1 for Clinton, 6-2 and 3-2 for Mena. And Mena could possibly get themselves up in the playoff positioning with a victory. They still got that Pottsville game that, like I said, it's kind of biting them in the rear end a little bit. So there's still something to play for in this one. But I feel like Clinton, right now, from what I've seen, I just feel like Clinton is one of those teams that, you see them in the second round of the playoffs or the third round of the playoffs, they're going to be a handful for somebody. And you say, well, that's just Clinton. I'm telling you right now, Clinton is a tough ball club.
Talking with Brad Caldwell here on the from the Arkansas Sports Network. This is Ruskin and Zach on ESPN Arkansas. An all-time mascot matchup: Curly Wolves and Buckaroos, Prescott and Smackover. Tell us about this game here tonight.
Well, last week we had Prescott and Bismarck as our game of the week, and Bismarck right now is just a machine, and they went to Prescott, and I don't know how many times in school history they've beaten Prescott, but I know that the Arkansas Sports Network has been there for 2 of them. And I'm not exaggerating when I say they haven't beaten Prescott very often. And they handed it to them pretty good, 41-0. And so now Prescott, they're trying to stay in that 2-seed mix. This is for the 2 seed in the 3A7. The winner will, by all intents and purposes, be the 2 seed in 3A7 behind Bismarck. So this is a big game, and Prescott is not used to losing to the Smackovers of the world either. So with that said, I know they're going to go in with a chip on their shoulder. The thing about Smackover right now, they've got one of the top offenses in 3A, and they're really tough to contend with. Now, I don't think they're quite as tough defensively as what Bismarck is, but I think offensively they're pretty good. I know for a fact, because I know a coach down there on the Smackover staff, and they're gearing up for this one. This is going to be a really, really good game. And, Prescott's one of those teams, when they walk into the building, you're going to get that team's best shot every single time. And that's going to happen tonight here with the Smackover game.
I feel silly asking this because they're 8-0, but is Greenbrier for real? They've got Harrison tonight at Harrison, but all the metrics say yes, but that's one of those things. Do you look at their league and just say, well, the league's a little top-heavy?
Yeah, look at 5A as a whole, though. When you look at the picture there, they're I think they're pretty good. I do. I think they're real good. I think when you've got a guy like Enoch Hassan, who has almost 30 touchdowns and almost 1,700 yards right now, that's a difference maker right off the bat. You got to keep in mind Greenbrier's always solid. They're always pretty good, no matter what. They are now in that position where they're bouncing between 6A and 5A, though, which doesn't help them a lot. But when they're in that 5A cycle especially, I think that they are a team that can compete for a state title. Right now, to me, Joe T. Robinson, unless something crazy happens, they're going to win the 5A. But I think you can look at Greenbrier. I think you can look at Hot Springs Lakeside, maybe even Hot Springs, possibly Farmington, as teams that could possibly compete. I think you may even throw Parkview into that mix, that they could possibly compete for the state championship. Greenbrier's right there with them. So, yes, I think Greenbrier is for real. I like them. I know that trip to Harrison's not the easiest thing to do from Greenbrier, but I just think Greenbrier's just a little better.
All right. And what about some 2A action here? Des Arc needs it, and this is a tough one. They're taking on East Poinsett County tonight.
So Des Arc right now is trying to play playoff spoiler at this point. They are probably locked into where they're at the 4 seed. I think that's a good 4 seed. The problem for Des Arc is they're going to end up having to go to Mount Ida in the first round, and that's not the place you want to go to try to win a playoff game. So,
yeah.
With that being said, I like EPC in this one. EPC is, to me, the best team in 2A. They've got one of the better offensive lines. They've got 2 of the best running backs in 2A, and Buchanan and Gaines. The Gaines kid, the older brother, he's the state record holder for yardage in the state, and his little brother plays on team, and he splits carries in the backfield with a guy named D. Buchanan, and they're 2 of the fastest kids in the backfield in the whole state of Arkansas. So they're going to be tough to handle for anybody, and I think EPC's got it.
All right, more coming up here as we continue to look at the slate of games tonight across high school football in Arkansas. Brad Caldwell from the Arkansas Sports Network is our guest. We'll talk more after the break. Football Friday, brought to you by Gasano's Pizza here on Ruskin and Zach. Don't go anywhere. Another big game to talk about here, several of them, as a matter of fact, with Brad Caldwell from the Arkansas Sports Network. It is Football Friday here on Ruskin and Zach, brought to you by Gasano's Pizza. And in Northwest Arkansas, Brad, Prairie Grove and the Gentry Pioneers. Finally, we've kind of been waiting for this one all year, right?
Yeah, this is a huge one. Prairie Grove was kind of humming along there, and then all of a sudden they ran into Elkins, and then Gravett got them. And so now this is probably for the 4 seed in the playoff, 3-4 seed game here for Gentry and for Prairie Grove. And, right now both teams are, looking for that signature victory that they need to kind of get themselves feeling good for the playoffs right now. So these two teams, pretty similar, I think. I know that if you look at the records, it doesn't look that way, but we also know that Prairie Grove's played one of the very best schedules in 4A for sure. Gentry's sitting at 7-1 right now, hosting Prairie Grove. But Prairie Grove carries a little bit of something with them. Obviously Elkins, they've kind of gotten over that, and Gravett has too a little bit. But Prairie Grove comes in and they usually win a lot of these games versus Gentry, versus Huntsville and Green Forest and Berryville and Lincoln and the rest of the conference, those that kind of rotate in and rotate out. Prairie Grove's a good program, and just not too long ago, just down the road, they took Farmington to a 1-point game, and Farmington's number 5 in 5A, or number 4, number 5, just depending on how you look at it. And
I know.
So they're a good team.
Yeah, and the thing with Prairie Grove is it's rinse, lather, repeat. You're going to get the same effort, the same system, the same thing over and over and over again. It's can you stop it? And these teams have seen their version of the wing tee, which is a little bit different than like a standard wing tee. But if they're running it right, man, Prairie Grove is hard to stop.
Kind of like Harding in some ways. Harding right now in D2 football dominating. They don't throw the ball hardly at all. When you run that type of system now, compared to the way it used to be, you'd prepare for that type of system. You saw those guys, teams would run that type of system. Well, now, wing tee is very rare comparatively. Throwing the ball is a lot more common than it used to be. So, Prairie Grove is tough to handle. And of course, when it comes down to it in football, it's a man-up sport. And, Prairie Grove teaches physicality, so you've got to bring your hard hat. And if you're not prepared, you're not going to beat them.
I know a game that is very close and near and dear to your heart. Salem is on the road. You mentioned this one to me yesterday, and when I went back, I went back and I did some research on this one. Salem Mayflower is going to be a hell of a ball game. I mean, pardon my French, but that is going to be a really, really good football game.
Well, it is our game of the week. We'll
there
be
we
there.
go.
Hey, all right.
Yeah. So we really expect that this will probably be one of the highest watch games that we've had all year long. Salem is number 1. They've won, I think they've won like close to 15, 16, 17 in a row, something like that. We saw Salem earlier this year against Malvern, and they handled Malvern very easily. Mayflower did too. And it was a similar fashion. Let me tell you something about 3A2. Atkins, Mayflower, and Salem, those 3 are going to be a problem for whoever they play. And somebody's going to get that team as a 3 coming out of the playoffs. One of those teams is going to be a 3 coming out of the playoffs. And I can tell you, each one of them is better than any 3 that will be out there in 3A especially. So I really think that this is going to be one heck of a ball game. Mayflower's defense right now has only given up 28 points all season long. They are
whoa.
phenomenal.
Back up.
Yeah.
Say that again?
Yep.
28 points a game.
Points.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. They've played 8 games.
Yeah.
They played 8 games.
My math says that's 3
points.
points a game.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. It's legit right now. They are playing unbelievable football on the defensive side of the ball. But I will say this, they haven't played anybody like Salem, and then next week they have Atkins. So the best teams that they're going to play this year are the next 2 weeks. And that Atkins-Mayflower game is a nice rivalry game as well. Just the fact that you're talking about having Mayflower to probably have to travel 150 miles for one way for a conference game, you got to say that Salem might have the edge here. But I will tell you, Salem and Atkins battled it out earlier this year, and I don't think there's a dime bit of difference between Mayflower. I'll say Atkins. I'll say Salem. I don't think there's much difference between them. This is going to be a great ball game, and really Mayflower might have the edge in the fact that they're so good defensively.
All right, here's another group of teams that may not be the best of friends when you talk about it. Booneville and Charleston.
They don't like each other.
Oh.
Well, it is interesting that you're right. As far as just towns go and all of that, they don't like each other. But you've got a Booneville guy coaching Charleston, and you've got a Charleston guy coaching Booneville.
Okay, that's not
those
weird.
Coaches,
That's
right,
weird.
Exactly. Right. I know Coach Crowley very well. Coach May at Charleston know him as well. Those guys are really, really good guys. And the interesting part, I guess they met for the 22 state championship. And I talked to Coach Crowley earlier this year in our preseason stuff that we were doing. And he said, I had to put my phone away because, he'd been a Charleston guy going all the way to the state championship and losing to Charleston. He said, I never heard the end of this one. So, it's an interesting dynamic there. This is two good teams. And I said the top three, for the 3A2 was really good. Well, the 3A1 is not bad either. And I feel like Charleston is a very good football team. I think Booneville's not far away from them. Both of those have lost to Mansfield. Right now, Mansfield is just rolling, and you talk about team physical, kind of like Prairie Grove. Mansfield is that. Booneville runs the same system. They battled Mansfield 16-14 last week in the mud and the muck and all that stuff, a game that was delayed by lightning, and Mansfield was able to go to Booneville and win that game. That's hard to do. This one, Booneville's got to try to bounce back, and if the winner of this one gets the 2 seed, this is a clash of styles. Charleston is much more of a wide-open offense where Booneville is going to be more ground and pound, smash mouth football. But like I said, the winner of this gets the 2 seed, and again, who are you going to want to draw out of that when you take those conferences together? You got Mansfield, Booneville, and Charleston. Somebody's coming out as a 3. They may even have to go on the road in the first round. That's not going to be a welcome sight.
No, that's going to be I don't want either of them if I'm in the 3. I'd avoid both of them. Time for the obligatory Zach Clark portion of the broadcast. They are 7-1 coming off. Searcy's coming off a loss last week to JT Robinson. You've already talked about them a little bit. They're going to play a little team called Maumelle. They're pretty good, too. That conference is really, really stacked. Those top 3 teams, you could stack them 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1, however you want, and you'd have a quality team no matter what. But what do you see in this one? I was talking to Zach earlier in the week. They were really disappointed with the loss last week to JT Robinson. Now you got to bounce back and play a really good Maumelle team.
Well, that's the thing. Can they bounce back? And you're right. Maumelle is playing very well right now. After losing early, of course, that you looked at the first game that they lost against Sylvan Hills and thought, oh, my gosh, they lost to Sylvan Hills. What's up with that? Well, Sylvan Hills not too bad, are they? They're pretty good. And that was a 1-point ball game there in the first game of the year, 55-54. Searcy, had their opportunities to take down Joe T. Robinson. And so I feel like that says a lot about Searcy and who they are, but there is no rest for the weary. They've got to be able to bounce back and try to get that 2 seed. It's a big difference between the 2 and 3 in the 5A because you get the home game. You may even get another home game if everything falls in your direction in round 2. But you want to talk about this is a massive game because one of these teams is going to lose this game and they're going to go on the road in the first round of the playoffs. I'd say they can't win. They absolutely can win. But it's going to be tough. It's going to be much tougher. So you want that home game. So Searcy played well all year long. I think they probably exceeded expectations a little bit. I think that they got to figure out a way to bounce back, and they've got to do it against a very athletic Maumelle team. So they got their hands full.
It's a tough one. Jonesboro and El Dorado. This is a long trip.
That's a bus trip.
Yeah, that's
a short commuter flight.
Yeah, you got to stop for lunch somewhere halfway there. Maybe in Atkins where you are. Yeah.
There you go. It's not too bad. Yeah, I don't know why they don't just charter a flight,
Yeah, it'd be cheaper.
Right, exactly. Yeah, this is a big game for both teams. Definitely a playoff positioning game. These two teams, I think both of them good football teams. I think Jonesboro is a very improved football team this year. El Dorado, we saw them early. We talked about how that we didn't feel like Camden Fairview looked very good. Well, I think maybe part of that was because of El Dorado and how good they look. They're very physical. I think a good football team. They're playing in a tough conference. Man, 6A East used to be the team that got, or the conference that got kicked around. I don't know if that's going to happen this time. I think that this is going to be a very interesting first round of the playoffs between 6A East and 6A West. These two teams battling for position. I think this could be for a 3-4 seed here, and I was going to say a home game, but I think if they both end up in a 3 or a 4, they'll both end up in the first round at home. But obviously, you want to get the highest seed that you can, make it easier for you. I really like El Dorado in this one. I think they can smash mouth their way to a win.
Oh.
We haven't talked about the state's largest classification, the 7A. I want to get your thoughts on last week's Bentonville-Rogers game, a de facto conference championship game. Controversial ending, a wild ending. Rogers, came storming back in the fourth quarter. Just want to get your thoughts on that one as we go into the final 2 weeks of conference play.
Well, I got a chance to watch the end of that one, and Rogers, they did everything they could to try to win the football game. They were right there. Their offense obviously is just one that is tough to contend with, and you better be able to bring your hard hat. You better have some D-backs for sure.
Yeah.
You better be able to cover the pass. But, man, with Regan's ability to move, I think he makes it hard for anybody. This was just a battle of two really good football teams. And either one of them, you could see them in the state finals. I think that they've both got a chance to be in the semifinal, giving themselves an opportunity to play in War Memorial. I think you could even see them in War Memorial. But as far as last week's game goes, I mean, the biggest thing that Rogers faced is the fact that their defense isn't that good because they had the lead with about 2 minutes to go, and Bentonville was able to score, I think, within a minute. And so Rogers got the ball back and, traveled back down the field and really had a chance to win. It just didn't happen for them. I think it was a great game, great matchup, and I think that these two teams are definitely contenders for the state title.
Bentonville's got to be out of Ficklen's, right? I mean, I am so sick of seeing a Ficklin run back there, run for 1,000 yards every year. I mean, they've had like 42 of them, and they got a good one now. I was watching a little film on them today. They are just Bentonville. The thing about Bentonville that annoys me, but yet I respect a ton, is that no matter what they do, they look the same every single year. The names change, but the results continue.
It's called coaching, man.
Yeah.
I'm telling you what. I don't know that Jody Grant gets enough credit for what he's done there. Number one, he's coaching after the split of the schools. And, some of these schools have not handled the split very well.
Thank you.
I think that.
No, I know.
Yeah, if you think, well, think about it, though. Yeah. If you think about before the splits happened, the 7A West, which was the 6A, 5A at that time, absolutely dominated every single year. And then they've split, and you see everything kind of went back to the Central. Central has been more dominant. Well, look at those schools there, less splits there in the Central than there are in the 7A West. But Bentonville now, just year after year, like you said, same thing every year. They're solid all the way around. There's not many holes at all. They got good quarterback play. They play good defense. And, I mean, really, at the end of the day, Bentonville was able to hold Rogers to 28 points. Yeah. And, 10, 15 years ago, you'd say, well, that ain't that big of a deal. Rogers scored 140 points the 2 games before. Yeah. I mean, come on. Yeah. So that was a great job by the defense of Bentonville.
Brad Caldwell, Arkansas Sports Network, with us here on this Football Friday here on Ruskin and Zach. Thank you, Brad. Enjoy the games tonight.
Appreciate you.
Well, hello again, sports fans, and welcome to the Arkansas Sports Network's Game of the Week. Tonight's broadcast is being brought to you by D3 Auto Sales, by Arkansas Tech University, by Tyson Foods, by Premier Facilities Group, and by Metcalf Trucking Company. Here we go, Arkansas. Are you ready? Tonight, The 8-0 Mayflower Eagles have soared past every challenge. And the undefeated Salem Greyhounds don't back down, they bite. It's two perfect records, only one of them's going to survive. Buckle that chin strap, folks. It's time for kickoff.
Welcome into Salem for tonight's matchup in the 3A2. It's going to be a wonderful game, we believe, between the Salem Greyhounds, the number one team in the 3A by most polls in the state of Arkansas, and what we have is the number 7 team in the state in the Mayflower Eagles. Brad Caldwell here. Joining me is Duran Miller. Aaron Powers will be pushing all of the buttons, and then we've also got we got Aaron Wojciechowski up top, and he's doing the camera. We appreciate him, and I think we're excited to be here.
Yes, very excited to be here. Two fabulous football teams, 8-0 versus 8-0. It's going to be a great matchup. We've seen Salem in person once this year. This is our first time to get eyes on Mayflower, Brad, and I cannot wait to see some of these playmakers and see this vaunted defense I've heard so much about. Starting out at quarterback, Carter Smith, going to be one to be looking for. And they just got so many weapons. Martrell Juergens, Marcus Phillips, Cameron Willis, different receivers that they can throw to. Tanner Reed, another one. It's going to be a great matchup. Salem, we know, has lots of guys as well that they can go to. One of them, and a really good one, is a running back, Caden Brink, senior running back. Tell me, Brad, your thoughts on what Mayflower is going to have to do defensively. We've heard they got a lot of speed outside. They're going to have to keep him between the tackles.
Well, defense has been the key for Mayflower this season. They've only given up 27 points all year. One of those was on a kickoff against Quitman. They are stout defensively. And so tonight, they're going to see if the defense will travel, and we'll see how this game goes. Obviously, you think Salem is going to be physical up front. This is a wonderful matchup. When you get a chance to be this deep into the season, 2 8-0 teams, I mean, you really don't. You really don't, it just don't get any better than that. We want to say welcome to Susan Larson in our classic level. She's going to be a member now. We would just invite you, if you'd like to be a member. We're going to get some great stuff coming, including a playoff preview coming next weekend that you can be a part of. And we've got the kickoff coming. Mayflower kicking off. He kicks it deep and kicks it off to number 6, and that is Ethan Birmingham. And Birmingham gets it out to around the 30-yard line, and we're ready to go.
Good kickoff coverage that time by Mayflower, so they're going to have to go about 70 yards. Looks like they're going to put it right on the 30, maybe? There he is, 29 to 30, so about 70 yards for sure.
Yeah, it's basically right there at the 30. So here we go. We're excited to be bringing you one of the top games in the state of Arkansas here, especially here in the 3A. It's going to be a great night for football, and we're ready to go. A little pitch out. Brink gets it. He has to cut it back inside. And there's that Mayflower defense. And right off the bat, big number 79. We heard a lot about big 79, Devontae Williams.
Yes.
Devo.
Yeah, Devo. Looking good on that one. Of course, there was a host of Eagles there, a flock of Eagles. They were there. They read it well. Talked to some defensive coaches for Mayflower, some fans as well, and talking to us about how they've got a lot of speed. They feel good on the outside. They feel like if they can force them to try to run between the tackles, they'll be doing all right.
Second down and 8. And not much doing there early here in this ball game.
I think might have been number 6 that got his hands on that one.
Birmingham got his hands on that one, and he went backward.
I'm not 100%, but I think it was. Yeah.
So Birmingham loses one. It's third down and long here. This first possession for Salem.
Watch the receiver on the near side.
Taylor dropping back to pass. He's flushed up into the pocket. He gets outside. He crosses the 30 to 35. He's going to get out, and it looks like he's going to be a little bit short of the first down.
Actually, that's a bad mark because he stuck the football out at the last second. He should have got maybe half a yard more. Still would have been short.
So it's going to be 4th down and about 1 here after the 8-yard pickup there by Jackson.
I have to go back and look at it if he actually stuck the ball out before he stepped out of bounds. It was close. Decision time right now.
Looks like they're not making much of it here. They're going right after it. Looks like they're going to go for it. 4th down and 1 here early in this ball game. Ball on the 39-yard line. They've got to get to the 40. That's where the nose of the ball started, and it's a good yard. And here we go. And we got a flag, and it's going to be a false start.
On offense.
On the offense, that's going to back them up. You got to think that that's going to change what they do.
Yep, they're definitely going to punt it away now, it looks like. Mayflower's going to send number 21 back deep. That is Mr. Blade Dykes, a senior safety. He's going to send it over to number 2. Good pop.
Yeah, stuck right there at the 50. Number 1, Trip Martin, sophomore, makes the tackle.
It's Marcus Phillips on the return, a senior wide receiver.
Nice job there. And here we go. Right on the 50-yard line is Mayflower. Good start for the Eagles. So here we go. 1st and 10 for the Mayflower Eagles.
Right on the 50.
And we're
good starting position.
Getting a chance to see Mayflower for the first time. So we're getting acquainted with them. Carter Smith at the quarterback position's got a offset eye in the pistol.
Yeah. Got a tight end in there as well.
Handoff goes to number 3, and he's going to run behind that left side of the offensive line. He's going to pick up about, we'll call it 2 on the play.
Gets it to the 48 of Salem. So testing the left side of the defensive line early on. Technically, their right side, going over the left side of his offensive line.
You got to think with the explosive offense of Salem that Mayflower's going to probably try to have a little ball control. They're being methodical early in this one.
Salem's only playing 3 down linemen so far.
And off goes off. Oh, nope. He pulled it.
Shouldn't have on that one. And that'll back him up a loss of 3, it looks like. Almost 4. Give him 4. So bring up 3rd and 12.
So far, this is going to be a slobber knocker. Old-fashioned slobber knocker.
Yeah, he only had 3 down linemen, but linebackers did a good job getting in there. I'm rewatching the play right now. It was the left end kind of stood up and was just kind of reading where the ball's going to go. Number 50 for Salem, Mr. Keegan Sanderson. Great play from him.
Mayflower in the shotgun, trips to the top, singled up on the bottom. He's being pressured. He's just going to throw it out of bounds, and Mayflower's going to have to punt. Salem defense stands up after the Mayflower defense stands up. And we're probably already seeing the makings of what will be a tough defensive battle.
Yeah. A lot of scores to compare to this year. Salem's already played Atkins, and it was a 20-14 win for Salem, real close. So we'd like to look at some of those Atkins scores, and Atkins and Malvern, they took Malvern down. I want to say Mayflower won 38-0. Salem beat Malvern 34-7. So we expect this thing to come down, be a really close game, and probably be in the 20s at best.
Punt's going to go over Brink's head, and it's going to get inside the 10. We're going to call it the 9-yard line, and that's where Salem will take over. So right now, field position in the favor of Mayflower. We want to invite you to like, share, comment, subscribe, and do what Susan Larson has done and go ahead and join what we're doing here on the Arkansas Sports Network. We want to thank our local sponsors as well. We'll get to those in just a moment, both for Mayflower and for Salem. Especially tonight, we can't do it like we do it without you. I promise you.
Really good punt from Mayflower. Brink probably should have caught that one. He called the fair catch, let it bounce. They picked up an extra 9 yards off the bounce.
Handoff goes off the right side to Brink. And he's breaking tackles. He gets across the 20, and they're going to spot him right across the 20. Looks like the 21. That's going to be a 12-yard gain for Caden Brink.
Yep, the senior running hard. That's what Caden Brink does. You cannot arm tackle him. He will break the tackles. He broke a couple on that play. Nice pickup on first down, and give another one.
Cademan Keithley and Caden Brink. I mean, who does it get any better than
those
that?
Those two look a lot alike. We're talking about the very acclaimed running back and safety for the Bismarck Lions.
Brink
also
cuts back,
5.
gets across
Look
the
at
25 and all the way out to the 29-yard line. That's an 8-yard pickup for Brink, and right now he's the hot back.
Should have been stopped at the 25. Kept turning the legs, twisting, and got an extra 3 or 4 yards at the end.
Make sure your friends know that you're watching right here on ASN. We got Andy Sims on Facebook says, "Let's go, Jeremiah, number 14." So here we go. 2nd down and 3 is what they're going to call it here on the scoreboard. Ball on the 29-yard line.
Why would you come out just a hair? There you go. Oh, you're already doing it. Good job.
And here we go. Little first man through action. And that was, I believe it's Brink again. It sure was. Brink gets all the way out to the 34. That's going to be a first down for Salem.
Yeah. Put him up in the H-back top spot or the first man through, and really good job just kind of disguising a little bit. He's kind of can hide behind the line there a little bit and burst through there for that first down.
Salem really getting in a lot of running formations right now. A little counter action. He's stuck in the backfield. On the carry was number 11. That was, how do you say that, Duran?
Dylan Gaskins.
Dylan Gaskins. Appreciate you.
You've also got this one, too.
Appreciate you. Gotcha. Dylan Gaskins on the carry for Salem. And no gain on the play there. 2nd down and 10.
So far, they've done a really good job with the tosses and the counters. Anything outside has been rough, except for the quarterback scramble where he picked up a decent amount on 3rd down earlier.
Rolling out. And that's a nice little pass play in the flat. And I tell you what, that backfield is loaded for Salem. Number 34, Colton Smith, picks up the big gain. Looks like where they're going to spot this ball at. Ball was on the 34, so that's going to be 18 yards on the pass from Taylor to
Colton Smith. And Smith is another good one. There's a lot of weapons for this Salem team. We've seen Smith have a big game against Malvern earlier this year. He's a big H-back tight end top, comes out of the backfield, can run with the ball in his hands like you just saw.
They're throwing it out there to the outside. That's the big tight end. I mean, he's hard to go down, but look at the Mayflower defense.
That was an excellent job by number 7, Travis Phelps, a senior from Mayflower. He fought through that block. When he first threw it, I was like, oh, it's going to be a big gainer. And he got off that block and made the tackle. Impressive.
Just a 1-yard gain on that play. And I'll tell you what, we've seen this big tight end, Cole Steeman here. And, man, I tell you what, he's a handful.
Steeman Willie Beeman.
So here we go. 2nd down and 9 now. Ball across the 50. We're at about the 47 here. A little pitch out to Brink. And he's stuck in the backfield, but he gets a few more yards there. Looks like he's going to get about 3 on the play.
Great defense. Mayflower was in perfect positioning. He's just such a tough runner that he gets 3 more than he probably should have. Maybe 4.
Oh, that actually went a little further than I thought it did, didn't it?
Yeah,
so
I agree.
It'll be 3rd and 4. So that was more like a 5-yard gain for Brink.
It was close to 2 on the first down. It was kind of between the 8 and the 9. So, but however you want to work it there. But great run. And, I mean, Mayflower was there. Still got that amount of yards. So they got a 3rd and short here.
All right, 3rd down and short, 3rd and 4, ball on the 42. We've got a stoppage in play. Timeout, Salem. Let's get to our local sponsors here. We want to thank Arkansas Tech University and D3 Auto Sales, Tyson Foods, Premier Facilities Group, and Metcalf Trucking for making this possible, but also these fine sponsors locally to help us out week after week. We do appreciate you so much. And let's get to those right now. And Salem, here we appreciate Farm Bureau Insurance. They're of Fulton County, and appreciate them. Also, Bank of Salem, 870-895-2591. Shaver Plumbing and Hardware, heating, electrical, paint tools, and lumber. We've got Salem Drug Company. We also have Main Street Tire and Lube, 870-895-2917, and Tees to Please. We appreciate you guys. Tees to Please makes T-shirts for schools throughout the state of Arkansas and beyond. So make sure that you visit those guys. And we'll get Mayflower here in just a moment. 3rd down and 4. Taylor under center. Handoff, little trap play, and I think Mayflower snuffed it out. I don't think there's much doing there.
No. Basically, looks like the near line judge and the far one looks like about a no gain. They're giving them maybe half a yard, if anything.
Was that Smith on the carry there? It just kind of got jumbled up in it.
I think it was 3-4. Yeah, Smith.
Smith gets that carry. It's 4th down and 4 after the no gain. Another big play in this one. I mean, both these teams just grinding it out right now.
Oh.
Handoff goes to Smith. He's going to the outside. That's not how you're going to do it against Mayflower.
Lost a yard or two even. And the Mayflower defense has come to play. Turnover on downs. Eagles ball. I want to say Lady Eagles there because we did Mayflower volleyball this week.
Yes, we did.
Made it a couple rounds in the state tournament. Had a lot of fun up at Central Arkansas Christian calling the 3A state. And that championship game, of course, with Mansfield and Harding Academy will be Saturday at 7 o'clock on PBS.
So Mayflower gets the football back.
Went out 4 wide.
Calling for the snap. Handoff goes up the middle. Good push there by the Mayflower offensive line.
A little extra, and they're going to get a personal foul, 15-yard penalty. So number 50 came around that time. The quarterback gave it on the mesh. It was the same play earlier where he didn't, and number 50 ate him up. This time he gets blocked after the play. That's Keegan Sanderson. It's a play you don't need. Don't need that play if you're Mayflower. You're setting yourself up with a second and about 5 or 6.
Right.
And now you're looking at second and what? About they replayed it down actually.
Right.
So first
down
25.
Is it from the spot or is it from the original line? It's from the
if you
spot.
replayed it down. Okay.
Yeah, it's from the spot there.
So it looks like about 22-ish.
So 15-yard penalty pushes them back. 1st and 21 now.
Got tied in again. And an H-back.
Oh, I mean, stuck in the backfield. Oh, my goodness.
No whistle. Oh, they did blow it.
Wow.
Yeah, number 16 and number 11 both got in there. That's Dylan Gaskins, number 11, and Ryan Daly, number 16.
Tell you what, it is already chippy. It is chippy out there right now. Wouldn't probably expect any other thing right now because of just what's on the line in this ball game.
Really good job getting penetration by the linebackers. Looks like they both went through. I'm trying to see it here. Yeah, actually, they both went through A-gaps on opposite sides.
So it's 3rd down here. So they just busted through the line. Rolling out to pass. Going to pull it down, step up, nowhere to go. Mayflower offense is struggling right now.
Ryan Daly.
Carter Smith really having trouble against this Mayflower defense right now. And he's going to miss or going to lose 4 on that play.
Yep. Both defenses, that's this time Salem looking really good, and Mayflower are going to punt it away again. Let's see if Brink can catch one this time, see if they can set something up for him. Oh, they came for it.
Brink not going to go after it. It's going to roll out to about the 45. That's where they're going to start right now. Miranda Leslie, we love y'all. Y'all did so good on the volleyball game. Appreciate you there.
Yeah. We ran into her after the game.
Yeah.
And her family had where were we? Chewy's in Conway.
Yes. Appreciate you.
She says, shout out, superstar. Let's go, Tanner Reed. That's her. Well, her brother plays as well. I don't think that's her brother, but.
No. I'm pretty sure he was with her at Chewy's. That's not his. That's
No,
not
it wasn't her brother.
No.
I thought it was.
Handoff goes off to the right-hand side, getting out to about the 49-yard line, and that's going to be 4-yard gain, second down and 6. I believe that was Brink on the carry.
Bill Arshall's in the chat. He's bringing out the Halloween references, and he sent me a whole list today of things he wants me to say. I don't know, Bill. I might try to find a way to sneak a couple in.
Shout out superstar. Let's go, Tanner Reed. We got you, Miranda. Handoff goes up the middle. Not much doing there. I'm telling you what, these two defenses are stout.
Yeah, they are.
On the carry was number 24 for Salem. That is Connor Muir. I'll tell you what, they're not shy to give it to some other guys here because they are already giving it to, I think we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 carriers already here in the first quarter. And this could be the fastest first quarter in the history of high school football right here.
That was great job teaming up by Jamarian Pirtle and Bryson Stewart on that last tackle.
3rd and 5. Lined up in the T here. Handoff goes up the middle. Not much doing there. And that's going to be, again, number 24, Muir, and he's going to get another, 2 yards there.
That was 2-down territory type call right there.
You're right.
They were hoping to maybe bust through and get that first down, but instead, they didn't want to go outside and possibly get a loss here. Now they may test that and may run it.
I think they're going to take it to the quarter. 19 minutes in the first quarter here is what we've got.
Wow.
That's going to be the end of the first quarter here, and we've got a 0-0 ball game. We're going to go to a quick break. We appreciate you watching right here on the Arkansas Sports Network, and we'll be back in just a moment.
University has pathways to go to college beyond free and help cover the cost of your education. While other universities may claim a debt-free option via a special scholarship, ATU doesn't need a special scholarship to cover tuition and mandatory fees because we're already one of the most affordable universities in the state. Instead, ATU offers 5 pathways for graduating high school seniors to cover the cost of attending classes. And one of these 5 pathways could pay for you. Apply today at atu.edu/beyondfree.
Chloe Isabel says, go Gertz, number 8 and number 12. We got, let's go Dylan Gaskins. Let's see what we got on Facebook. I mean, we got all kinds of go Eagles. We've got go Caden Costner. We got about 300 live devices on us right now. We want to make sure you share this out. Listen, this is probably the top game in 3A. This one should have 1,000 devices on it tonight. Yeah. But anyway, we'll get to that. Hopefully, we'll get there before the night's over.
That first quarter went by so fast that Candy Corn didn't think I had time to get off the code yet.
And they're going to go ahead and punt this one.
Just ignore it.
What
a bounce.
And that is a great bounce. And they're going to flip the field on them right now. So getting inside the 4-yard line there on the punt.
In a game like that, special teams and having a good punting team is very important. Well, that was a huge job.
As defensive as the game has been, and it has been a hard-hitting, slobber-knocking ball game, Salem's probably had the advantage a little bit on offense, been able to move the ball just a little bit better than what Mayflower has so far in the game. But we'll see how things shake out as the game goes on.
Got some more volleyball girls in there. Riley Whittington family watching from home.
Right.
Go Eagles.
Absolutely. Appreciate everybody watching. Ian Stewart on Facebook. Let's go Eagles. So we got them everywhere. I hadn't even checked the other Facebook just to see.
Julie Hansen says, go Eagles. Watch them on one TV and cheering on the Blue Jays for the World Series.
Okay.
Birdhouse family right there.
All right, here we go. Ball on the 4-yard line, shotgun formation, offset eye. Handoff goes to the right. Ball's on the ground, and he picked it back up.
Yeah.
Oh, that was big.
Very lucky right there for Mayflower, because that'd have been the best offensive play of the night for Salem so far.
Right.
If they did pick that one up. Bill Harshaw with the killer punt. Y'all better just be ready if you're in the chat. He's going to be bringing the Halloween references.
Salem doing a very good job, especially defensive end, number 14 there for Salem, which we don't have him on our roster here. Maybe you can let us know.
We had an issue last time. I'm trying to remember if that was.
Dropping back to pass. They're throwing it down the field. Little miscommunication there. Ball incomplete.
You're asking for 14?
Yep.
Yeah.
So if you got it, let us know.
Seems like there was, and it could have been for Malvern when we did that game, but somebody like Ferris Thweet, we got him as 17. Maybe he was a different number. I can't remember, but.
Stewart for photography. Couldn't make it, but watching. Yeah, I mean, the chat is staying hot right now. Here we go. 11:03 left. 3rd down and 10. Mayflower trying to figure out this Salem defense so far. Here we go. Looks like we got a timeout. Nope, it's a false start.
Olivia Patterson says, "Go Tanner Pants." And Chester Rodrigo says, "What a game." Olivia, I believe, former basketball player for Mayflower and volleyball player. If I remember correct, her mom's one of the biggest Mayflower fans ever. Used to sit right up by the microphone.
Speaking of that, we got to get our Mayflower sponsors in when we get a good stoppage here. Maybe we got one right now. Let's just go ahead and do that while we get a chance to do that. All right, so we want to say thank you to Highway 365 Used Cars Pawn Shop, the Mayflower Booster Club, Lawson & Company Graphics and Printing, J-Dog Junk Removal and Hauling, and we'll get to the rest of them here in a minute as they blow the whistle into play. So Smith back deep to pass. They're just trying to get something to happen here. They get a flag. You know, I tell you what, they had to be careful there because I felt like I saw a hold on the outside on the tackle, and that was in the end zone there. So here we go. I don't know if we're getting natural sound tonight. It might not be so good if we get it tonight.
Yeah, Mayflower crowd is definitely into it, supporting their team. Good times.
Caden Costner of Salem, number 60.
They're going to run 14 outside linebacker out playing a little corner.
Oh, what a big hit.
And that was, guess who?
Who was it?
A running back, a main man. Brink on the hit.
That was a big gain, 14-yard gain there.
A little
on
momentum
the play.
On this Mayflower offense right now.
Handoff goes up the middle again. Not much doing there, but just a small gain. Maybe 3 on the play. We'll call it 2 on the play. Be 2nd and 8.
Going quick now. A little bit of pace. Excuse me, a little bit of pace.
Smith got some time. He's going down the field again. He's behind the defense. Did they intercept
it? Dropped it.
I'll tell you what.
At the end, Brink couldn't pull it in.
He had him, but he threw that ball too far inside there.
Threw it towards the numbers more than the outside.
I think Mayflower's trying to use a little bit of the speed that they've got.
He had a lot of pressure. There was a linebacker blitz. They're running a 3-4, and they're creeping those linebackers up right in the gaps and trying to cause some confusion. They got in that time. It was number 6, I believe. Maybe 16. I believe it was number 16, Ryan Daly.
Yep. 3rd and 8. Smith dropping back to pass. He's throwing deep. He's into 3 triple coverage there, and that was almost intercepted.
2 opportunities in a row for Salem. Throwing up some opportunities right now in the coverage. I'd like to see them get some underneath routes, some crossing routes, or maybe set up a screen, help the quarterback out a little bit, getting a rhythm early.
I agree.
Maybe some spotter Y2 bananas, you know.
I like the screen idea, especially against the aggressiveness of the defense here.
Middle screen might be really nice.
Smith going to punt here for Mayflower. 4th and 8, ball on the 33. Mayflower was able to get a little bit of offense there.
So Salem going to send 2 backs back, Birmingham and Brink.
Ball's going to be
landed out. Actually, I think it landed out on the line. 43. I had a better angle on this side of the press box we're in. We got some columns. We got to look around.
The ball is on the 42. So here we go. Salem going to get it back now. 9:58 to go in the first half. Again, one of the fastest first halves of play that you'll ever see as we keep going through it. 7:28, and we're under 10 minutes to go left here in this first half of play. Both teams filling each other out right now, trying to figure out what is going to work against these two defenses.
Out just a little bit right now, Woj, while they're right in front of us.
And the handoff goes to the outside. That's Birmingham. He does get outside. He crosses the 45. He gets walloped. But before he does that, he gets all the way down to where they're going to spot it at. Goodness gracious, got all the way down across the 40, down to the 37-yard line there. That is a
actually, I think they marked a 43.
Okay. I was looking at the wrong referee there. So let's see here. That's 8 and 7. That's 15 yards there.
So good job that time setting up the outside man. That was Travis Phelps out there in coverage, and he's really fast and really hard to get around. They haven't got around him yet until that play.
Well, you got to stoppage and play.
We got Mayflower coaches in the box with us. Right. He was screaming about that one.
Crystal Duncan says, "Go Eagles, hit them hard." Bill is on a roll tonight.
Yeah, he is.
So, still 0-0 here is 9:21 and counting here in this first half of play. Taylor calling the signals. Birmingham comes around behind them. They're trying to get to the outside. That didn't work that time.
Nope, loss of 1.
So after the false start, they're going to fall back another yard and make it 2nd down and 16, I believe.
Yep, that's correct.
Ball on the 49-yard line. Still, for field positioning, if nothing else, that was a good run there by Birmingham on the previous run. We'll see how it all plays out here. But, man, I'll tell you what, the speed on both of these defenses is impressive.
It really is. Not just 1 or 2 guys. There's a plethora on both sides.
Empty set. Jackson Taylor looking downfield. He's got a man behind the defense, and that's a catch. And he's going to get all the way down to the 13-yard line. 36-yard gain.
Let us know who number 14 is. Is that Thweet or is that someone else?
Huge play right there. And Salem spread them out and did a good job up front on the blocking. Right behind the defense. Nice job, nice catch, and a big play there.
Did a really good job in the pocket. He could have stepped up. They formed it around him. He didn't need too much. He just strided out on his throw and hit his man.
Handoff goes into a trap there. Little trap play to Smith. I got a comment here we'll get to in just a moment as soon as I can find out how many they got there. They're going to go down to the 9-yard line, so 3-yard gain there for Smith. Yep. Somebody said, is it true that Salem, Bismarck, and Mansfield on the same side of the bracket? Well, I think it depends on what happens tonight and next week, but it could be. That's a little trick play there, and that was number 11 lining up at quarterback. That is Dylan Gaskins, and Gaskin gets all the way down to where? All the way down inside the 5 to the 4, bringing up 3rd down and 2.
And Thweet is number. Well, I take that back. I've got 14 is Michael Tripp Martin, linebacker, fullback.
wide receiver as well, apparently.
Yeah, if that's him.
3rd and 2. And I think we've
False
got
start.
movement. Got movement on the line. False start. It's going to back them up
Huge
5.
play. Turn this into having a 1st and goal. Now you're looking at a potential, having to go for it on 4th down.
A big
unless you got a
plays.
decent kicker.
Any play like that in this type of game is huge. And right now, Salem has already got 5 penalties for 35 yards here as clock is moving.
Dead team top offense.
Little play action pass. Taylor steps up. He's being hawked. He steps
Wide
back
open.
and throws a touchdown pass. And that is your man right there. Big time play by number
Michael Tripp
14,
Martin.
Michael Tripp Martin. And he helped the Salem Greyhounds down the field with 2 major pass plays. Huge play there. Nice job there by Jackson Taylor making a play at the quarterback position. He was being hawked, stepped back, made the throw. 6 points for Salem. It's 6-0. They're going for 2. And the play is stopped. Nothing doing there. Let's get to our local sponsors if we can do that.
14 is fair sweet. Okay.
Okay.
That's what we thought last week. I thought I could remember that, but I wasn't 100%.
All right. Let's get our locals here if we can get them in here. We haven't mentioned so far J-Dog Junk Removal and Hauling. Also Peterson Concrete and Tank Company. We also got Double P Pipe Company and the Mayflower Chamber of Commerce. And let's go back to our Salem ones if we can. Appreciate all of our major sponsors as well. We got Farm Bureau Insurance, Philip Steed, the agent at Fulton County Farm Bureau. Got the Bank of Salem. Appreciate the Bank of Salem for jumping in again. Salem Drug Company, Main Street Tire and Lube. We love those guys over there. They always like to talk some ball when we walk in. Shaver Plumbing and Hardware. They are just such great people over there. And Tees to Please, School Spirit and Company Apparel. Appreciate those guys for helping us out. Again, we're naming MVPs of the week. We don't get too much from Salem or from Mayflower, so we need to know these MVPs of the week. Let us know what these stats have been happening. What's going on there? What you got?
I was talking to Aaron. Production stuff.
So here we go. Here's the kickoff. Oh, and he gets a little bit of speed. I'll tell you what, get that thing going downhill. You better watch out.
Now he was a little bit upright running through the crowd there, but other than that, he looked good.
Cameron Willis on the return there, and he gets it all the way out to 42-yard line. Good return there for Mayflower. Mayflower's got to be able to find some consistency on offense here. Of course, that's easier said than done right now.
That last drive, they were doing a pretty good job. They started at inside the 5?
Yeah.
Got all the way up here, close to where they're at now, and had a couple, opportunities they threw up in the air for Salem to pick, but we'll see if they can get something going again. This time, if they do that, it'll have them close to the end zone.
Tell you what, they're really crowding that line of scrimmage. Salem is.
There
Throwing a little out pass. Nice job there. Getting a little rhythm.
A little underneath stuff like we talked about. I think that's a good call right there.
Catch by number 12, Tanner Reed on that one. That's the one they've been asking for in the comments.
What? Replays? No, I'm not worried about that. No, you're good. I didn't know what you're asking.
So here we go. 2nd down and 3 for Mayflower. Ball on the 49-yard line. Little RPO action. And
all right.
play. 5:39 left here in the first half. 3rd and 3. Big play here.
I thought I saw the H-back move, but no call.
Handoff goes up the middle. He got across the 50. That's going to be real close to the first down. I don't think he got it, though.
He's a full almost yard and a half, I think. From the mark, at least. Looks like a full yard. So
Handoff went to Williams.
they're going to have to get to the 48. Ball's
Sorry.
about the 49.
So here we go. Big play here. Ball, 4th and 1.
A lot of different calls you can make out of this
Ball on the 49.
situation.
5:04 remaining here in the first half of play. Little fake, and he is sacked in the backfield.
Trip Martin come flying in, a sophomore linebacker.
Tell you what, Salem just pinned their ears back right then and there, and that made it really, really tough on the quarterback, Smith. 4th and 1, you know, I felt like they had enough to get the first down with the run.
Hindsight's 20/20.
Right.
I agree. I know probably almost every Mayflower fan saying the same thing. Run the ball. But like we said, hindsight makes it easy. So, and if he throws for a 40-yard gain there, you're saying something different. So Salem with momentum and a lead. It's a big possession defensively for Mayflower. Pancake on the outside.
Trying to throw it out to Brink, and he is throwing it incomplete there. Mayflower fans wanting to hold on that one. So 2nd down and 10 on the 41-yard line.
Looked like a pretty good job from the right tackle, to be honest. He got a little bit turned on him. You know, at worst, you get a block in the back type call.
If you haven't already, like, share, comment, and subscribe. You can also join us here on ASN. It's going to be a great, playoff football. There's nothing better on ASN. Tell you that right now. Nothing doing on the run by Taylor. In fact, he's going to lose some yardage there. I think they're going to mark him right at the 45.
I think that was Devo, but he might have got hurt. He's getting up a little slow right now. He's still down.
That ain't good.
I'm not sure if that's Devo or not.
I believe it is Devo.
Built like him. He's grabbing that left pec, and that's shoulder area, and that's not a good sign.
4:33 left here. Let's go to a quick break, Aaron, as we can. We'll be back here in a moment. 6-0 is your score. Salem with the lead. We'll be back.
I think my prices look like a mirage. Wrong. The prices on these trucks are the lowest prices ever. My trucks look different. Drink plenty of water and wipe your eyes. You're not going to believe these prices. Go to D3 Auto Sales on Facebook right now. Look, everybody's talking about D3 Auto Sales in Desark. Little town, big dealership, okay? And I asked myself, what is it? Is it the pricing? Yes, the pricing. You can get one of these nice vehicles for not a lot of money. Don't be a loser. Follow us on Facebook, d3autosales.com.
Big Devo holding his shoulder right now. That's not what you want if you're a Mayflower fan.
You can rewind it and watch it. He got a hold of him, and when they went down, he kind of had that weird position where it pushed pressure back into the shoulder. So collarbone, separated shoulder top kind of thing. You know, hopefully it's nothing significant.
Right.
Just kind of a tweak.
Just looking at the way he's holding it, it definitely isn't a collarbone. The way he's holding it, it kind of holds the muscle right there.
Yeah, that's what my first thought was, kind of the pec area.
So here we go, 3rd down and 14 now. They're going to come out in the T formation here. They're going to drop back to pass out of it. They got the backside.
Good job.
Taylor steps up in the pocket, crosses the 40, all the way down to about the 30. We're going to call it 36 there.
If you're a Salem fan, you want to see him kind of tuck that ball in a little bit as he got through. You know, after he ran past the line, he was in a crowd of people. But other than that, he did a really good job. The initial burst from the outside on Mayflower on the left side was impressive. More impressive was the line. It really formed a pocket around him, allowed him to escape up.
4th and 6 now. It actually is going to be just inside the 37-yard line. And again, go for it territory here. We've seen this a lot here in the first half of play for both teams. We got a stoppage in play here. A flag comes in from the backfield. What do we got?
Something about moving the football, I think. The center kind of, I don't know, looked like you're showing them like you're twisting the football.
They called false start, but that could be any kind of procedure. I mean, could be anything there.
Yeah, that's what he did. He spun the football completely around in a 360 before he gripped it.
Oh, yeah.
Because he was just trying to get his fingers on the laces,
Yeah.
but you can't do that. Not like that.
Tough mistake there for Salem,
Yep.
and we got 6 penalties for 40 yards, and now they're going to punt it again. That's a tough deal there.
And this is where Mayflower really got a lot of speed. Get out in the open field here.
They go ahead and call the fair catch there. Number 21 back there deep to receive was is that Blade Dykes?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Blade Dykes there. So 3:25 left. Mayflower trying to scratch some offense.
331 live devices. We appreciate it. Hit that like button. We really appreciate that as well. Hope you're enjoying what you're seeing so far. It's been a great one. Mayflower back on the field, and guess who's going out there? Big Devo back on the field.
Oh, that's good. Good deal for Mayflower. You don't want to see anybody get hurt, especially this time of year. I mean, you're talking about 2 teams here that can play deep into the playoffs. I think you got to throw Atkins in that mix as well.
Right.
And Atkins and Mayflower squaring off next week.
Yeah, let's see how Devo does on this play if we see him use that left arm a little bit.
They're going to throw a little short pass.
Look pretty good on it.
They've got the speed advantage on the outside too. That's the thing. So I think they've got to be able to take advantage of that. And
I'm still waiting on a screen.
Good game there. I mean, Salem's daring them to do it. They're basically one-on-one on the outside. And that's a 12-yard gain. First and 10. A little slant pass.
There it is.
They're getting it going. Marcus Phillips there.
He's just a step away that time from really taking that into the second level and having a big gain.
Another first
Good
down.
job tackling him right after the catch.
Mayflower getting a little bit of offensive rhythm here. Clock is stopped. And now they blow the ready whistle. Clock should start rolling now, and it does. Shotgun formation. You got 2 wide receivers. Tight end on both sides. Another scary pass there.
Yeah.
Now you got to be careful.
Put it at the wrong place. He wanted to put it on the right side of the receiver, put it on the outside, and gave the defender a chance to get there.
Got to be accurate with your throws. 2nd down and 8 after the 2-yard gain there. Receiver was number 3, Cameron Willis. Mayflower being pretty methodical here in this drive.
Well, Dustin, if Mayflower wins, it still kind of depends on next week and who gets the tiebreaker on how that works out in the bracket.
So they're looking deep. Willis is behind the defense. He's got it all the way down close to the 30-yard line, and we got a flag on the play.
I think it was something after the play. It was close to look like he might have stepped out, but I don't think that's the call. I think it has something to do with
maybe what? Jawing after,
yes.
Possibly. Well, we'll see here in just a moment.
They're running back.
Yep.
It's like 15 yards, personal foul, but I didn't see.
I guess unsportsmanlike conduct after the play.
Let's see if we can see it right here on this replay at the end. He got up, said first down. There's nothing wrong with that. I didn't see anything else, but it cut off there.
I mean, is that what they got him for?
Oh, hold on. I'm sure that I would think there'd have to be more.
Maybe some language there beyond it.
I mean, that's all he did when he threw the flag. Now, there might have, unless there was something that we couldn't hear, like you said.
Little RPO action. Got to get rid of it. He does get rid of it. Is it going to be completed? It's not. It's probably better that they didn't.
That's correct.
I mean, right now, they don't have time to RPO. They're going to have to get rid of it quick because Salem is loading up the box, and they're blitzing every time. Andy Sims, let's go Eagles. Travis Matthews, Devo. Julie Dawkins, go Hounds. Smith back up. He's got plenty of time. He's got a man behind the defense. Mayflower trying to make a play. Good defense there. Pass was intended for Marcus Phillips.
That one, it worked a moment ago, but that one into double coverage. Well, really, it was just man-to-man. He had a deflection there and had the other back come in, but
I mean, they're
that's
running
a 50-50 ball right there, just throwing it up.
One high safety. They're daring them at this point, right? So 3rd down and 10. Mayflower got to come up with something here.
Got a bunch on the right side.
Rolling out to the right.
This could be trouble. He's going to have to throw it away if he can't get some yards.
Steps up. He's got a man behind the defense now, but Brink is there to pick it off.
Yep. Intercepted, and there's too much coverage that time. And Brink is too fast. I mean, that's why they're trying to get away with that one cover safety.
Well, right now they've got pressure all over him, and they're not able to block everybody that they're putting in the box. And they're just saying they don't think he can beat him with his arm. That's all they're doing. And right now, Brink picks up the interception, 1:17 to go. And, at least as of right now, they're proving it.
That was a huge block in the backfield. Looked like big 55. That is Wes Lakey. And it looked like he did cross his face before he hit him. So, clean block.
1:17 to go. Offset eye in the backfield. Brink going to get it. And he breaks through the first line.
Nice block by Thweet.
Gets all the way out to the 31-yard line. That's 14-yard gain for Brink.
Good tackle by Travis Phillips coming in and undercutting him.
That's a 1st and 10 now. 1:08 to go. If you're Mayflower right now, you don't want them to be able to score. That's for sure. I don't even think a field goal would be very good for them right now. Going down 2 scores in this game may be enough. Handoff goes underneath to Colton Smith. Smith is stopped, but he keeps moving the pile just a little bit. They're going to spot him out there at the 35.
Yeah, he's still standing up. Hard running. This clock, though, is a problem right now. They're not calling timeout.
I think they're content. They feel like if they can bust one, they'll bust one. But if not, they're going to take it to halftime.
2nd down. You're not going to get a chance to bust one. You get 1 or 2 more plays the way it's going.
.22 seconds, probably the last play of the first half. Taylor rolls out.
Better get rid of it.
Looking deep, and he is.
Oh, he almost. Mayflower. Oh, that was a perfect chance to scoop and score.
My goodness.
There was nobody around. Had a perfect opportunity to scoop and score.
Yep.
Like Julian Horton.
Yeah.
Was it Sugar Bowl, wasn't it?
That was a dangerous play there. I mean, my question is, why would you run it the play before and then roll out and try to throw it there in that position? So Mayflower now with 9.5 seconds to go.
There's actually a second ran off after he was clearly down. So 9.5 seconds is what we got, and it's a chance to heave one to the end zone. And that's one of them plays. You know that Salem head coach
Billy Weber
is going to be talking to his quarterback about.
So here we go. They've got maybe 1 play, possibly 2. Rolling out to the right. That's in there. 6 seconds, 5 seconds. He's going to have to throw it up. He does. It's picked off again, I think.
Did he land in bounds?
Did he?
I don't know.
I believe he did.
I think he did.
0.1 left on the clock. I mean, they're going to go ahead and call halftime right there. So they said incomplete, but then there was 0.1 on the clock. Now they're saying
was that Birmingham? It was Birmingham on the interception.
Are they going to give them 1 play here? I believe they are. They're going to give them 1 play.
Well,
so he did. They're calling the play incomplete.
All right.
They're taking a timeout now.
Because if he intercepted it, right.
Mayflower.
No, I just watched it back, and it looked like He intercepted it. It looked like he was in. It's tough to see from this angle.
Do you
though.
have a replay on that?
You want to see it?
Yep.
Here, I'll show it to you. He's right on the lines when he lands.
Oh,
He looks in.
looked
but
like
it's
2
hard.
feet in.
Yeah, I know 1 foot was in for sure.
Mayflower's getting one play, it looks like. And they are. They put 1/10 of a second on the clock. So it doesn't matter. Play is stopped. It was incomplete pass. They're gonna be able to run this play.
I mean, if it was an interception, it would matter because Mayflower wouldn't have another chance for a touchdown here. I think that's a huge call. I think that's Salem coach. They're upset about it.
Yep. I mean, understandable. Understandable for sure. Coach Weber trying to figure out what's going on there. So 1/10 of a second on the clock. Massive play in this season here. I mean, in a 6-0 game. 2 8-0 teams. Conference championship on the line. This is a pretty big play.
Right. And the only bad thing about this conference is the one will meet up with Mansfield more than likely.
Well, let's
The
see
other
what
side
we
of the
do
bracket
here.
May even be a little easier.
Smith calls for the snap. You being pressured. They got a hold on this play. Oh, big block. We've got a flag. I believe it's going to be a hold. Incomplete pass. I think this is going to be the half, but let's see what they say.
Boy, Devo just clean some cleats that time.
That's it. That's going to be the half. So that's how we're going to end the half. And boy, I tell you what, you're talking about a missed opportunity with the scoop and possible score there. But with that said, we got a great ball game here. I mean, an old-fashioned, hard-hitting game. 6-0 is your score. We're going to come back here in a few minutes. We've got stats and analysis, and we'll talk about what has happened so far and what's going on around the state. You're watching the Arkansas Sports Network Game of the Week, and we'll be back in a moment.
Facilities Group has completed some of the most challenging and rewarding construction projects across Arkansas. Today, our work extends across 4 core markets: commercial and residential building, industrial, and utility. That allows our company to construct projects that help shape and improve the landscape of the River Valley and beyond. A strong local presence and a vast network of resources allows us to provide best-in-class solutions for all of our clients. From small jobs to multi-million-dollar capital projects, PFG's employees and resources are dedicated to serving our clients and delivering strong results.
The Arkansas Sports Network Basketball Classic tips off January 3rd in Clinton. Some of the state's best teams. One unforgettable day of hoops. Don't wait. Secure your seats now before they're gone. Get your tickets for the ASN Basketball Classic at facebook.com/ARSportsNetHS and ARSportsNet. Or you can click the QR code at the bottom of the screen.
During the Great Depression, nothing came easy. But with just 5 cents, an old truck, and a load of hay, John Tyson and his family found a way to deliver quality chicken to other hardworking people. Today, Tyson continues to find new ways to help put a chicken in every pot. Because people deserve farm-raised chicken of the highest quality. At Tyson, we remain committed to this simple promise: to always keep it real, to always keep it Tyson.
Arkansas Tech University has pathways to go to college beyond free and help cover the cost of your education. While other universities may claim a debt-free option via a special scholarship, ATU doesn't need a special scholarship to cover tuition and mandatory fees because we're already one of the most affordable universities in the state. Instead, ATU offers 5 pathways for graduating high school seniors to cover the cost of attending classes. And one of these 5 pathways could pay for you. Apply today at atu.edu/beyondfree.
Well, this has been a hard-hitting ball game.
Yeah, it really has. It's been a fun one to watch, and it's just a few plays here and there, a few penalties that can decide this game. So right now you got to play clean as possible. And that fumble, they had, averted a disaster. He could have scooped and scored more than likely. Looked like he had a host of Eagles behind him. But Salem dodges a bullet on that one. So they go into the half with a 6-0 lead. And I'm trying to remember who got the ball first. I believe it was Mayflower, was it not?
Um, it was Mayflower. So Salem will get the football to start the second half. All right, let's do that. You say
Salem got it first?
Salem got it? Okay. Thank you, Woj. Appreciate you. I know you can't.
That's right. They went 3 and out, if I remember right.
I know y'all can't hear him out there, but we can hear him. And see the stats here for us right now. A little bit of offense, especially on one drive for Salem, is enough to get them 145 yards total, 64 pass yards, 81 rush yards. Mayflower got some offense going late in the first half of play. 81 yards through the air. They're just not able to get anything on the ground, and I think a lot of that just has to do with the fact that Salem is daring them to throw the football at this point, and they're just making them try to beat them with the type of game that they don't want to do it.
I feel like they can do a few more things in a run game and don't just completely abandon it. Get that going. And I like the underneath stuff that they've been, the slants. He's been pretty accurate on the slant passes. They've had a couple drops, or one drop I can remember in particular. Just a little out routes, just 5 yards down and outs. Those have been there. But I'd like to see them still try to run the ball a little bit as well, see if they can bust a big one. They got some great ball carriers.
You're going to have to catch them in a draw play. You're going to have to catch, because right now they're loading the box. I mean, they're 8 in the box. They've got 2 corners and a safety.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. They got to get a little creative with it.
They're going to have to figure that part out. Man, I tell you what, it's been a great one. I think we're seeing 2 really, really good defenses as I watch it right now, and we think about playoffs and playoff scenarios. You talk about these 2 teams and think, well, what kind of offenses can come in and score on these 2 teams? You throw out the Charlestons of the world. Charleston's got a really good offense. I like to see what they're doing right now.
Mansfield and their wing tee offense. They're very, very, what's the word?
They're tough.
Disciplined. They run hard. They've got a bunch of different ball carriers and a really good offensive line. Bismarck can do some things to you because their quarterback can really hurt you with his legs. He's just a sophomore, and they got some weapons that they can work with. Cayman Keithley and Preston Hughes, and there's the other Ethan Keithley. There's another Hughes. I think it's Ethan Hughes, to be honest. And then they got the big fullback as well, Clayton Martinez, that can run down between the tackles and run over you a little bit. That'll be a good matchup between them, Mansfield, or Atkins or Salem.
Right.
So that's a team that definitely you would think could put some points up. They're definitely a very high octane team with a good offensive line. Fordyce is another one. Fordyce gets things rolling. They had an injury to Cadillac a few weeks ago. I think he's back and going again now. Had a lot of turnovers in that upset loss to Lakeside.
9 fumbles that night.
9 fumbles. I heard 5 or 6, but it was 9. Wow. And not to take anything away from Lakeside, but that's a really good Fordyce team. We've watched them. Had the first game of the year, and they took down 4A Monticello. But Lakeside after that, the next week, last week, I can't remember who they played, but that score was like a wow. It popped up. Who was it? Rising, maybe? They really went off in that game, Lakeside.
Right. Yeah, it was Rising. They beat them like 50-12 or something like that. And
Fordyce win gave them some momentum.
Yeah, for sure. Lot deep, 3A's deep.
Mm-hmm.
That's the biggest thing. And you can sit here and say, well, we think Salem is going to repeat, and they're number 1 in the state for a reason.
Turned most of the winners last year.
But let me tell you something. Any given Friday night, you never know what might happen, and this playoff draw is no joke. I'm telling you, there's some real possibilities. We kind of drew it out before the game started, so we can
talk about it a little bit.
Talk about what we got here as people are starting to talk about that in the chat.
So there's 8 conferences in 3A. The 3A1 gets a bye, and also the 3A2. So that would be this conference, No, I'm sorry.
The
It's the
3A3.
3A3 gets the other bye, which would be more than likely Rivercrest. Looks like they're in control of that conference to win it. And in Mansfield in the 3A1. And they've already claimed that conference unless they just really, even though they already played Charleston and Booneville, haven't they?
Mansfield, they beat both of those
So
teams.
they would have to
Yeah.
lose tonight and next week
That
to
ain't gonna
somebody
happen.
that's not doing very well. So
That ain't going to happen.
right. So I mean, I'm just saying mathematically,
Right.
but for all intents and purposes, they are going to be the 3A1, so they'll get the bye. They're going to meet up with the 3A33 and the 3A84, which is going to be 3A33 will be someone like Harrisburg, Walnut Ridge. The 384 could be like Lakeside Rising, Palestine Wheatley, Drew Central. They're all still vying for that.
If it was me, the one that I wouldn't see or want to see out of that is Lakeside. Lakeside started off tough, but they have gotten confidence. They've gotten better. I think they're better than that 3A8 number 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's go on down to where this conference of tonight's game matches up. So the 1 is going to play the 3A7-5 first, which will be like a Falk or a Center Point, someone of that nature. That's either going to be Salem, Mayflower, or Atkins. We don't know yet. And then they will meet up with the winner of the 3A32, which more than likely looks like it's going to be Newport, and the 3A25, which more than likely will be Malvern out of this conference as well. So you could play someone in your own conference in week 2 in the playoffs if you end up being the 1 seed. After that, you're going to meet up with more than likely, you've got Magnet Cove down there, you've got Harrisburg, Osceola, Walnut Ridge, Dumas, Cutter Morning Star. So you got a good chance to play one of those teams in the quarterfinals if you can get past the winner of Newport and Malvern. And obviously your first round game with Falk or Center Point, someone of that nature. Now, let's look at the 3A2's 2 seed. The 2 seed, trying to find them here. Oh, the 2 and the 3 will go on the other side of the bracket away from Mansfield. And the 3 will play out of the 3A7, the 3, which would be more likely Smackover or Prescott. And then the other one, the 3A2-2, whoever gets the 2 seed, will play more than likely Falk or looks like Center Point, more than likely. That's the 4 out of the 3A7, which will put you in a second round matchup with probably either Smackover or Prescott. They have to face up with like a Hackett or a Levac out of the 3A1. The 3 seed would have to play in the second round the winner of more than likely the 3A4-1 Glen Rose, as they'll take on the 3A3-5, which could be someone like Harrisburg, Walnut Ridge. So maybe even Newport could slip into that spot. Actually, no, not Newport, but more like what is that? The 3A7. So that's going to be someone like Falk, Center Point, someone like that. So I mean, the 1 seed, it just kind of depends on who you want to play. I mean, you're more than likely going to have to play Fordyce or Rivercrest early on if you're the 2 or the 3. But if you are the 1 seed, you're going to have to take on Mansfield, but you won't see them until the semis. So the 1 seed definitely overall probably has a better route. Less top teams up on that side.
But with that being said, you still got to go to Mansfield most likely. That's where things are headed, which
in the Final Four.
Salem and Mansfield are very familiar with each other. But also, I don't think obviously Bismarck as well. They're very familiar with Bismarck as well. True. I mean, when I look at the 3A right now, you'd have to say Salem, Bismarck, and Mansfield are the top 3 teams in it pretty fairly,
Fordyce,
I think.
Right there.
I would throw Charleston in that before Fordyce, I think. I think I would.
Okay.
We'll see. In fact, let's talk about some scores that are going on around the state right now. Charleston leads Booneville 14-7, and that's either half or third. They're saying the third quarter. Mansfield over Greenland 32-6. Right now, that one's already headed toward a mercy rule. Malvern leading Episcopal early. I don't know exactly. That's got to be further along than that at this point. Newport over Hoxie 24-12. And then not a lot of 3A scores other than that. Prescott beating Smackover 13-7. And that was showing quarter number 1 there. So we'll have to get some updated scores.
Over in our YouTube chat, Bill Harshall says this game is tighter than a mummy wrap.
Yeah, he's on a roll. He's on a roll tonight. Hector leading Conway Christian 16-0. East Poinsett County was leading Desert in quarter number 2, 28-14. We had Cross County over Mark Tree early. That was 8-0. Murfreesboro over Spring Hill 14-12. Junction City up 22-0 in the first on that one. Hampton over Hazen already, and that's final. That shows final right now.
Who is
at
it?
44-16.
Hampton.
Yeah.
Hampton is having a great year.
Look at this. That is the surprise of the state right there. Poen leads Bearden. We got to check that score. Surely not. 50-8 in the third. That is Bearden was the number 1 team in that conference. They lost to Carlisle last week by 1, but by virtue of the tiebreak, they were still probably at the top of that. I'm going to check that score, see if that's
maybe
right.
Maybe it's reversed, or maybe it's just completely wrong. I don't see it being that big of a score in the third by either team.
Well, I'm about to find out from the 2A man himself, Randy Pickrell. He'll let me know quick. We're working through this live right now.
Who is it? Hampton?
No,
Bearden. Poen.
Bearden over Poen, or Poen over Bearden 50-8. Carlisle leading England 23-0. Let's see here.
What is that one you're looking at?
What do you mean? What? Fearless Friday.
Okay.
Yeah. 14-8 Prairie Grove over Gentry over Prairie Grove. Elkins was leading Gravett in the first quarter, 7-0. Heber Springs. Heber Springs was where did I see that here? Leading Forest City 14-8. That's a big game in the 4A2.
I'm gonna message Barry Grooms. He's son is a junior high player for Poen.
And updated score from Desert and EPC 35-14. There, EPC leading that one. Central Arkansas Christian and Mills battling it out right now. Mills leading 14-7. Pocahontas leading Blytheville 14-0. That's a big game in the 4A3 right now. Dardanelle was up on Pottsville 20-0 in the first quarter. Clinton up on Mena 14-0. Bauxite leading Ashdown 28-14. That was also listed in the first quarter. And in the first quarter, Arkadelphia up 35-0 in the first. Nashville and Malvern were tied at 7. Stuttgart was leading Star City 28-0. We will be in 2 separate places next week, by the way, on Thursday night. You want to tune in for Desark and McCrory on one side, and then we've got Hamburg and Stuttgart, which is, for all intents and purposes, going to be the 4A8 conference championship. So you don't want to miss that.
On the page and see if somebody's giving us a score update here. Not sure. Not that one.
Maumelle leading Searcy 14-13 in the second. Robinson was up on Pine Bluff. Harding Academy leading Wynn. Brookland over Paragould. Valley View over Nettleton. Arkansas High was leading Hope. You got anything?
No, not yet.
Hot Springs leading Camden Fairview. That was early in that game. Parkview was leading Lakeside. Greenbrier leading Harrison 21-7. Morrilton over Valonia at that time. At the time of the score, anyway.
Yeah, and we kept talking. We talked about Mansfield so much earlier. You know, Bismarck and them, we were there last year, opening game of the season at Bismarck. Mansfield had a chance to win it. Bismarck ends up holding them off and winning. And then, Bismarck ends up going to the state championship, losing to this Salem team. Mansfield, it was Salem, right, that knocked them off in the quarterfinals, if I remember correctly.
Are you talking about semifinals?
Semifinals,
yeah.
Right. And then this year, Bismarck goes to Mansfield, and that was a overtime loss. So, I mean, Mansfield took the win, but Bismarck's been playing really well. That was the first night of a quarterback not named Ben Keithley that hadn't been, been under center in 3 or 4 years there. So, I think Bismarck, we had them last week against Prescott. They looked phenomenal like they have all year, I mean, that easily could be a Bismarck win. Those two teams are very evenly matched.
So Jeremy Norris in the chat says, watch out for the rematch of Bismarck, Mansfield.
Yeah.
Bismarck has got their personnel corrected since the opening game loss
Yeah.
to Mansfield.
I just read that.
Yeah.
That's why.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Going into that, I didn't read it out loud.
Gotcha.
That's why I was talking about that the way I was.
Yeah.
Yep. Thanks for the comment, Jeremy. You're 100% right.
Brianna Wyatt is asking us, what game are we watching and how are we letting Salem cheat? I really don't know how we would do that, but hey,
We have nothing to do with anything.
it is Halloween, so there may be some voodoo out there. I'm not sure. Anyway, you can Cash App us if you like what's going on the screen. We're trying to bring you a great game tonight here, AR Sports Net. Make sure you hit us up. Bearden score is 50 for Poen, 8 for Bearden. Wow. That's unreal. That's crazy. And that's why you play the games, folks. You think, who thought that Bearden would come in and even lose to Poen? And not only are they losing, they're getting their rear ends kicked. Leslie Hagan says, go Eagles. We've been talking to Leslie.
Halftime, not the third, according to another message we just got. Wow. 50 to 8 at half. That's nuts.
I know the Barrett kid can throw the football, and he's putting up numbers on a lot of people. So he's probably in the running for that D3 Auto Sales MVP of the week. Again, guys, you can get your team in here. Make sure that you're letting us know what your teams are doing. I don't have one stat on Caden Brink this year, not one.
Yeah,
not one.
We got to come up here and watch them. That would be the only stats we had that one night. But
what's the current score on
fabulous running back?
What's the current score on Bismarck Center Point? We don't have that yet, and I don't know. Bill Harshaw is out there. He's watching games as he goes. Who knows? He might be able to pull that up.
A lot of streams and, of course, the different sites that give scores like Fearless Friday. We're not seeing one on that yet. I don't. Is it at Centerpoint or at Bismarck? I think it's at Bismarck. Neither one of those have their own stream. So,
well, let me look and see if there might be an updated score here. That Melbourne Episcopal game is interesting. Walnut Ridge was leading Harrisburg 36-0 in the first quarter.
Wow.
Yeah.
Harrisburg's been playing really good lately.
Much better. They're still going to be in the race for the playoffs. It doesn't have it listed. So, anyway, at least as of right now, we don't have that score. If you got some scores from around the state, let us know. 40-0 in the chat. Bismarck. That's about right.
Yep. Bismarck's offense.
Right.
And they don't just do it with offense. I mean, one pick six last week. I think they had 2 in the game we did with Glen Rose.
Yeah.
So, I mean.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. Halftime's a whole lot easier when you have the red plate to go to. That's for sure. We didn't have a red plate to go to today. So next week we will have a red plate to go to.
Do we?
Yeah, already.
Desark and
no, probably not. Atkins 35-0 over Yeovil Summit. No, that's right. That is part of it.
Well, he's going to be in Desark.
He is going to be in Desark. He won't be in Hamburg though.
Okay, so I said, do we have one in Desark? You said no.
Yes,
okay.
We have one.
So we got one in Desark. Don't have one in. Where are we going? Hamburg.
Yeah.
And who are they playing?
They're playing Stuttgart. 4A8 championship.
You're talking about
game.
me. Because I'm just over here pressing buttons.
Yeah.
Are you? I am now.
Okay.
Because you just said him. You didn't specify.
So
this guy.
Me. They can't see you point.
Dardanelle leading Pottsville 28-0 at the half.
He edits our red plate. That's why we're saying it like that. Sorry, Brad.
We got a poll out there now. Salem or Mayflower? Who's going to win? We got all kinds of.
We got 2 of them. We got one on Facebook and one on YouTube. And the polls are, who's your team? Salem or Mayflower?
Here, let's throw up our local sponsors real quick while we've got a little bit of time to do that. Again, we appreciate you guys for jumping in here. On the Salem side, if you can move this for me, please.
Did you read that Dardanelle score?
I did.
28-0. Okay.
Yeah.
Dardanelle.
We got Farm Bureau Insurance, Philip Steed, the agent here in Fulton County. Appreciate Mr. Steed for joining us here. He did last time we were here as well, both in Fulton and Izard County last time. Bank of Salem, appreciate them. In fact, all of these sponsors joined us last time we were here. Salem Drug Company, appreciate you. Robert Nelson, Buddy Nelson at Main Street Tire and Lube, 870-895-2917. Tees to Please, School Spirit and Apparel Company. And then we've got Shaver Plumbing and Hardware. For the Mayflower Eagles, we appreciate them jumping on, helping us out here. The Mayflower Highway 365 Used Cars Pawn Shop, 501-470-9199. The Mayflower Booster Club joining in. Mayflower Chamber of Commerce. Lawson and Company Graphics and Printing. J-Dog Junk Removal and Hauling, 844-GET-JDOG. Patterson Concrete Tank Company and Double P Pot Company. Appreciate you for joining us here. And again, if you like what you see on the screen, enjoy what you're seeing, hey, hit us up with Cash App at #AR Sportsnet. We'll give you a shout out and let everybody know that you're helping us out as well.
Dustin Holland says Mansfield up 40-6 over Greenland.
That is no surprise. From my understanding, they're going to play their starters 3 quarters in that game, by the way. They're getting ready for the playoffs. So here we go, 6-0 Salem. Salem trying to onside kick it, and they're going to fall on it. And just across the 40 is where Mayflower will start.
What do you think, Brad? You like that call? Up 6-0. Mayflower hasn't been able to go down the field yet. Now they only got to go 60 instead of maybe 80 or 90. Yeah. But you're also kicking away from some studs back there that could take it to the house on you.
Well, I will say this. Billy Weber's coached a whole lot more games than I have, so he knows a little bit about it.
And that may be it. You know, hey, we're going to kick it out of bounds, or we could just kick an onside here, and maybe we'll get the ball back instead of give their studs, the ball with space.
Ricebird score 42-7 at the half. That's Stuttgart over, is it Star City? I believe it is. So here we go. Mayflower, ready to go. All right. Trying to get up the middle, nothing doing there.
What a tackle by number 11, Dylan Gaskins.
I tell you what, that big number 5 is he's a load, man.
Right.
Travion Williams, and he picked up about 2 yards on that play.
Yeah, when you get tackled, when he gets tackled like that, I mean, it was impressive because he's a big-time back.
2nd down and 8.
Good old 3-4 defense. You don't see that a lot in high school.
Little fake. They've got the RPO on, threw it a little bit high.
A little high, a little behind.
You know, I understand what they're trying to do. The problem is the pressure is so high. They're really kind of throwing every throw off right now.
Dustin Holland with a Charleston Booneville update. Charleston up 14-7 right now.
Appreciate you, Dustin. Thank you.
Big play right here. 3rd and 8.
Mayflower winning the poll right now. 3rd down and 8. We'll see if they can win on the field.
Spreading them out.
Smith calls for the snap, drops back, steps up in the pocket. Oh. He is swallowed up.
Did a good job holding on to the ball because he did not see that coming. They left the back end to help block and get rid of some of this pressure. And he did his job. And when he rode over to the right side, left defensive end, finished that one.
Tell you what, the defensive ends of Salem are really doing a good job against the tackles of Mayflower. Really getting that pressure up the field. So 4th down here, and Mayflower can't do much with it. Didn't run much time off the clock either. Just a little bit over a minute of game time here. 4th down and 10 as Carter Smith is back to punt. Oh, snaps over his head. He's going to have to pick it up, and he can't do it. He falls on it. That is a huge play in this ball game. Huge play.
Yeah. That is a momentum swing, and it all started by the sack by Jaden Dawson on that 3rd down play a moment ago, and now special teams has a bad play, and Salem is cooking inside the red zone to start.
I think 2 scores in this one may be enough. Here we go.
Quarterback heat
going outside, and they fooled him. Nice job there. We got a replay on that. That was a beautiful play. They're great play design by by Billy Weber.
So yeah, he lined up under. No, it was the quarterback handed it to him. Just a
It's kind of it was a little bit like the Woody play that has been run, not quite as hidden, and they brought Brink back, faked the handoff to him, and he was off to the races, and that's a huge play.
I wonder if that play's been on film yet this year.
Is now. 19-yard touchdown run from Ethan Birmingham. Now they're going for 2 once again.
This would be big right here.
Brink coming back. They're running a little counter play with him, and I mean, he is smoked.
Great job from number 21, Blade Dykes. And now we got a unsportsmanlike penalty after the fact.
It is chippy out here. 12-0. Salem up on Mayflower. $10:28 to go here in the third.
Mayflower. I'm sorry. It looks like he pointed towards Salem. Yeah. On Salem. Sorry.
I stepped all the way to the crypt, says Bill. He's all over it tonight. Yeah, so that will move them back. They're going to move back 15 yards on the kick.
So now you're going to have to kick it deep. If you don't want to kick it onside, take a chance of not getting it. You know, your chances of not of getting it are less than getting it. You know, I can't even talk. Your chances of not getting it are much higher than your chances of getting it. So you're going to have to kick it off here. See if they squib it, but it should be really good field position for Mayflower no matter what. Unless they just miss it and it goes way back in the backfield.
Mayflower is going to have to maybe add somebody in the backfield, see if they can clear a hole up the middle.
Got their heels on the 35. They'll try to get it away a little bit. Uh-oh, got a head of steam. We'll get into Salem territory, and there's close to a late hit right there.
So the ball is going to be spotted. Where are we going to spot this thing? Just across the 45, down to the 44.
It looks right. So Salem's got to keep their cool right here. They just got a penalty.
Right.
Now Mayflower gets a start on their 44, and then you almost got another one right after that play. You're on 12-0. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, keep it together. Giving Mayflower an opportunity to get back in this thing.
So Mayflower's got to figure it out here. They got to find something that they can work with. I think they did with the short passing game. They're spreading them out a little bit, so they're getting them out of the box some. The box is quite a bit lighter right now than it has been.
Little draw play.
Oh, goodness.
Yep. Good run.
Yep.
Good job breaking that break. 4, maybe.
Yeah, I think it was 4 on the play. Well, they do spot it on the 39 there.
39. So that's what they need right there. If you can get 5 yards on first down running a football, it's going to open the offense up for them.
Of course, like I said, box was lighter. Looks like they're filling it up a little bit more this time.
Got man-to-man on the outside here.
They got a penalty.
Going to be in 3-5, and that's going to be close to a first down.
Penalties are hurting Salem tonight. 8 for 60 right now.
It will be a first down.
I mean, when you look at the amount of yardage that Mayflower has, which is 70, what we have right now, they're minus 11 running the football and 70 overall. They've given up 60 yards in penalties. So they're looking at the sideline. Little check with me play here. Little outside zone. Not a bad play call there.
Really good job by number 5 for Mayflower, Travion Williams. If you watch here on the replay, he's coming outside. We're going to hand it to him now. He's coming outside right here. There's the crease. Got to stick that foot in the ground and get vertical, and that's what he does. He gets another first down.
Nice job there. Good play call. Nice job sealing the edge there by Devo. Got that edge sealed. It was enough to get him a first down, and that was a 15-yard gain.
I think he got. Did he get 15?
I think was it spotted on 39, wasn't it?
Yep. All right. Got a false start.
Got false start. Oh, we got a dissenter here in the box.
Yeah, I didn't. Oh, they waved it off?
Well,
I guess not.
So first down and 15. Ball on the 29 now. Smith calling for the ball. Here we go. Handoff goes up the middle. Not much doing there.
Got Devo 20 yards downfield trying to pancake somebody.
Right. 2-yard gain maybe on that play.
Take first by Dawson.
Man, that's terrible.
You got Travion Williams, 6 carries, 9 yards so far in this game. No, he's got pressure from the backside, gets rid of it.
Just in time. Boy, it looked like Keegan Sanderson is about to get another sack.
You got to figure out a way if you're Mayflower right now to get 7 or 8 back.
That was a dangerous play right there, getting rid of that ball just in time.
Defensive ends have been trouble all game long here for Mayflower.
Got a TV station asking how Salem got their 12. It's XL7 TV in Mountain Home and K26 TV Harrison.
Well, Ethan Birmingham just scored earlier here in the quarter, and then we had a touchdown pass in the second quarter.
Yeah. The last one was because of a snap over the punter's head for Mayflower, which gave Salem 1st and 10 at the 19. They scored one play later. A little trap kind of counter at the top play, actually. Not a trap, but a counter.
Mortrell Juergens on the catch there, 9-yard gain on that, and they did do a good job of getting some yardage back there. So here we go, 4th down and 6 on the 20. Mayflower really needing something good to happen here. Check with me here.
Play clock's at 7.
Salem's coming. They found it. Good little play there. The ball is going to be spotted on the 12-yard line, 8-yard gain on that play.
Good job by Cameron Willis. Hit his man, just throttle down. Quarterback put it on him.
So 1st and 10, ball on the 12 now. Mayflower's got to figure out a way to put one in here.
I expect a handoff to Williams this time. We'll see. He's going to play action. Open. Touchdown.
Little RPO, and they get it in. Touchdown, Mayflower. And, giving them a short field after the touchdown on the unsportsmanlike play was enough to help Mayflower get into the end zone for the first time tonight.
Really good job that time. They faked the slant. They've been throwing that slant play. He faked it. The defender kind of bit to the inside. He just turned out. Quarterback might have could have let him to the outside a little bit more, but put it right on him. The defender was not close enough. Had the speed at that point to turn around and get in the end zone.
Tanner Reed.
It's a big play right here.
Big time touchdown catch there.
This kick
is up, and it is good. And we got a flag afterward.
Might have hit the kicker. I was watching the ball.
It is.
It's close to block. Might have got into him. Let's see. Yes, they did. They ran into the kicker.
Miranda Leslie, let's go superstar, number 12. Let's go to a quick break if we can. 12-7 is your score. Salem with the lead. We'll be back in a moment.
Make my prices look like a mirage. Wrong. The prices on these trucks are the lowest prices ever. My trucks look different. Drink plenty of water and wipe your eyes. You're not going to believe these prices. Go to D3 Auto Sales on Facebook right now.
Look, everybody's talking about D3 Auto Sales in Des Arc. Little town, big dealership, okay? And I asked myself, what is it? Is it the pricing? Yes, the pricing. You can get one of these nice vehicles for not a lot of money. Don't be a loser. Follow us on Facebook, d3autosales.com.
Boy, we appreciate D3 Auto Sales, Metcalf Trucking, Premier Facilities Group, Tyson Foods, and the Arkansas Tech University for being a part of our major sponsorship here to make this happen for you. 12-7 here, 7:28. This thing's getting a little bit more interesting by the minute. It was Salem that went down and scored, and that was the Ethan Birmingham 19-yard touchdown run that got the score to 12-0, but an unsportsmanlike penalty after the play backed up the kick and gave Mayflower a shorter field. Mayflower was able to take advantage of it. Now they're going to run a little play there.
Yes.
Nice job. And number 4, I believe that was Jacob Dawson on the carry. So things are getting a little more interesting. I'll say it right. Things are getting a little bit more interesting right now. At 7:21 left here in the third. Third quarter not going nearly as fast as the first half did.
No, definitely not. So, big drive here. Possibility for Salem to go back up 2 possessions. If Malvern can get a stop, you got a chance to go take a lead.
Handoff goes across the 30-yard line.
Popped out, maybe. I thought I saw one, but maybe not. I think it was something else. I apologize.
Ball crosses the 30. Where are they going to spot it at? I think right at the 30 is where they're going to spot it. And that's going to be a 3-yard gain there for number 24, Connor Muir on the carry. There we go. Taylor hands off to the right-hand side. I believe that's, no, not Brink on the carry. That's Birmingham on the carry. Birmingham picks up maybe 3 there. So, they're going to give him 4. So, 3rd down and 3. Five carries, 36 yards for Birmingham. 3rd down, and now they changed it back. They're going to 3rd and 4.
That was our friend, that caught that touchdown.
Yeah.
Yep.
We got a flag on the play. What do we got? False start. Another penalty. That's 9 for 65 for Salem so far.
Mayflower Cowbell is doing some work here. You know what I need?
What do you need?
A little more cowbell.
Yeah.
We could use some more cowbell.
So 3rd and 4 turns into 3rd and 9 after the penalty. Are they going to move it? What? Now what are we doing here? Okay, so they moved it up, not back. So we're at 3rd and short. I'm confused. So the penalty, I guess, ended up being on Mayflower. And in the backfield, maybe, the spot's going to be real close to 4th down. It is. No gain on the play. No gain on the play. So 4th down and short here. And you start feeling this thing tipping a little bit. Momentum seems to be with Mayflower. And they're going to respot the ball. That was a loss on the play. And they are lining up to go for it. 4th down and 2. Huge play in this ball game. 5:29 and kicking. Taylor, wow, under center, lining up in the tee, and we got a timeout. Salem.
Might have just been trying to get him to jump off sides. I feel like you go for it here and don't get it. You're really playing into what Mayflower needs.
We're going to go to a quick break. You're watching the Arkansas Sports Network Game of the Week, and we'll be back in just a moment.
Arkansas University has pathways to go to college beyond free and help cover the cost of your education. While other universities may claim a debt-free option via a special scholarship, ATU doesn't need a special scholarship to cover tuition and mandatory fees because we're already one of the most affordable universities in the state. Instead, ATU offers 5 pathways for graduating high school seniors to cover the cost of attending classes. And one of these 5 pathways could pay for you. Apply today at atu.edu/beyondfree.
Saying they drew them all.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Salem going to line up to punt now. They thought better of it. 4th and 1 on the 37-yard line.
No rushes, Tom. Oh, he better get rid of it. He better call fair catch. I mean, did they blow a whistle?
Breaks away. Oh, my goodness.
No whistle.
What a run. Wow.
Salem just kind of stopped like they thought they were going to blow a whistle, and I guess they didn't. But
so here we
didn't
go.
Get much out of it. Looked like he was going to bust free for a moment and really have a big gain, but actually they're marking it like they blew a whistle. He just stood there. No, here they are. Never mind.
I thought
he just stood there where the initial hit was, and then he walked back that way, and then he came all the way back up.
Well,
so it
I
threw
think
me off.
we just have to wait till it's spotted and they line up because I'm not sure we know exactly what's going on here. 5:09 left here in the third as Mayflower gets the ball with an opportunity to take their first lead of the ball game.
Back in that trips to the left, 4 wide top formation.
Carter Smith calling for the ball. Fakes it. Ball's on the ground. Mayflower's going to fall on it there.
Yeah, but a big loss.
The RPOs are not working right now. I don't know if they're necessarily running an RPO there, but whatever happened in the mesh there, the ball went on the ground, and it's going to be a loss of 5 on the play.
It was the right defensive end. We've said his name a few times today. Number 65, Jaden Dawson, just got in there and didn't fall for the little play action and ate the quarterback up.
So here we go. 2nd down and 15. Smith dropping back to pass. Throwing it over the intended receiver, number 12, Tanner Reed.
It's going to bring up 3rd and about 14, maybe 15, I guess.
So 4:16 left here. I'm going to say right now, if I'm Mayflower, I might play this one safe, run it up the middle, and take a punt here.
I'm still ready to see a middle screen. You know they're going to pin their ears back a little bit on this one with them linebackers. One went with a tight end that time. Let's see what they do this time.
He drops back to pass.
Only one went. There is a screen.
Oh, had him out there. There wasn't really anybody out there with him, though.
I don't think he would have got the first unless he broke a couple tackles, but he would have had at least a 5-yard or more yard gain. Could have got to the first down, but that'll stop the clock, though, which is good for Mayflower, being that they're trailing at the moment. But looks like Salem's going to hold here. So now you got Brink back. It looks like Birmingham as well. They're typical 2.
Smith, drops it again. Goodness gracious.
That was straight up. Oh, it's going to get a great bounce.
Wow.
That helped them out a lot.
Well, they got lucky there. Well, let's throw up a couple local sponsors if we can. Yeah, appreciate Salem sponsors for making this possible. I'm telling you, you don't understand how much it helps for us to be able to get these local sponsors. Throw up the Mayflower sponsors if you can. Appreciate all of these guys for being a part of what we do here. Mayflower Booster Club, Chamber of Commerce, all of these guys. Appreciate you. And here we go. 3 minutes and 58 seconds left now in the third. Game has slowed considerably. 12-7. Handoff
Brink
goes off to the left-hand side. And I do have to wonder why he doesn't get the ball more.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Earlier they were kind of stopping it a little, but I still think they could have gave it to him more. 100% agree. 11-yard pickup on first down.
I mean, I've got him now. That's his 8th carry. He's got 61. He's averaging 7.6 a carry. And I get it. They've got a plethora of guys that they can hand the football to, but he's the one that's being the most effective. 12-7. Ball on the 49 of Salem. Pitch goes out to Brink once again. He breaks through across the 40, down all the way down to the 35, 16 yards on that play.
Got someone in the backfield.
Yep.
It could be Birmingham. Looks like maybe a little taller than Birmingham. Might be a tight end or a quarterback. I'm trying to see a number. Looks like a lineman, actually.
Yeah, we got a lineman down here. Can't see the number just yet, but he's in some pain right now. Let's go to a quick break. It's 3:22. Oh, never mind.
Big 5'5".
65.
Oh, 65. Yeah, he's been awesome on defense for him, Jaden Dawson. So looks like he ran off pretty well there. Might just got a stinger.
Big run by Brink gets him all the way down to the 35-yard line, and he's got 9 for 77 now.
I feel like if Salem can go down and get in the end zone, it really sets themselves up nicely the way their defense has been playing. Mayflower has to get a stop.
Overloaded on the left-hand side. They pitch it out to Brink again, and great play in the backfield there. Looks like it's going to be a short loss. I believe that was number 8, if I'm not mistaken. Number 8 is Isaac Emmel. Is that how you say that? Isaac Emmel on the tackle. Big time play there. Short loss there by Brink.
Anytime you tackle a runner like Brink in the backfield one-on-one, mano, I mean, that's impressive, and did a great job winning that battle.
Good job there. 2:30 and counting. Brink trying to get to the outside. They force him in, and I'll tell you what, we got all kinds of physicality going on.
That was actually Birmingham on that one.
Was it Birmingham? It was. You're right.
I'm just letting you know for stats.
Yeah, thank you. That's another loss on the play.
Yep, back-to-back losses, trying to go outside.
Not going to lie to you, as fast as he was moving, that's why I thought he was Brink.
He looked good. Defense looked better, though.
Yep. Tell you what, speed on the outside. Mayflower's got it. No doubt about that.
Salem right here. I feel like this is 2-down territory, so look for maybe something underneath here if they go to the passing game. They are. Got to get rid of it.
Got it. Flushing him out of the pocket. He's backing up. He's just going to throw it out of bounds, maybe. Whoa. Boy, that was a dangerous throw right there. And Taylor gets away with it, and it's 4th down. And you got to think that they might play the field position game here. Tell you what, Mayflower's making them work for it, no doubt about it. Salem is a fine football team, no doubt about that either.
I'd like to see them. I think they're going to, well, Birmingham looks like, does he punt normally? I think he does, so. Was that inside here? Is that Aaron? Yeah.
So they are going to play the field position game here. And they kick a high punt, and it's going to bound.
Get down there.
They
will.
Oh, all the way down to about the 2 there.
Should have fair caught that. Where'd it land? About the 10?
Yeah, it landed about the 10. It gets to the 2.
Get it at the 2. Yeah, plenty of time, too. He just looked at it. I thought it was going to get in the end zone, but good job by the punter getting a good spin on it where it didn't go all the way in.
Sherry Passmore says, go Greyhounds. Reed Ryle says, Rivercrest just won big. Is it Brittany Morphus? Let's go Eagles. Miranda Leslie, she's all in it tonight. She says, superstar. She's all over it.
Oh, yeah.
Chloe Isabel, same thing.
Hey, just like she plays basketball and volleyball, pedal to the metal.
Bismarck 40-0 at the end of 3, so that means clock is running there. So now the ball is on the 2, and Mayflower has it 98 yards from their first lead of the ball game, possibly.
Expect Williams get a handoff here. He will. Not much there.
Yeah, not much doing there.
Wow.
And I'm telling you,
may not have got back to the line of scrimmage. Looks like he lost a yard according to this near side line judge. Looks like it's at the 1 now.
Salem is physical, man. My goodness, they're physical.
That is what happened. And what I'm impressed with is how they do that out of the 3-4. You have to have great linebackers and great down linemen as well.
Yep.
And they've got both.
2nd down and 11, ball on the 1. Mayflower in the shadow of their own goalpost at this point.
Reminds me of Murfreesboro defense a couple years ago.
They're throwing deep here.
Got a chance.
Oh boy.
I got away with offensive pass interference.
I agree with that. I think they definitely did. And we got no flag on the play, though, so 3rd down and 11. And if you're Mayflower right now, you just got to get it out don't give them a score in any way, right?
He picked the right man to throw to, had man-to-man coverage. He's got a bigger receiver than that DB. Kind of slipped. I don't think he intended, when I first saw it, it looked like I thought he grabbed him on purpose to keep him from intercepting it, but I think as he went down, he just kind of was holding on to brace himself more.
So 3rd down and 11. They drop back to pass again. They're looking deep. They're throwing the post route, and they've got nothing there. A little bit high on the pass. Now, if you notice this, that was a much stronger throw to the right side than it has been to the left side. They probably need to look at that a little bit more.
Right, and he had the same type situation that he could have went back to on the play before. Man-to-man coming up the sideline on our near side.
Well, one thing that I am seeing with Salem, they're really softening on the corners there. They've got a chance to get these 5-yard curls and digs.
Yeah, and some tunnel screens.
Yeah.
Tunnel screens, some bubbles maybe.
So 34 seconds to go here.
Now, they've had trouble with the snap a couple
Absolutely.
times, so let's see if we can get a clean snap and a clean catch.
Got 2 back to receive here for Salem. Little short punt.
Yep, not real long. And takes a Salem bounce.
Yeah, and that's going to bounce out about the 31, 32. I can't really tell.
487 live devices right now on YouTube alone, not counting Facebook. We appreciate every one of them.
Got 145 on Facebook right now.
Wow. So we're about 650-ish, 635 or so.
So here we go. 26 seconds to go here in the 3rd. Short field, ball on the 30-yard line. Mayflower's defense has been there all night long. They're going to have to come up big again with this short field for the Greyhounds. If you like what you see on the screen, give us a cash app, hashtag ARSportsNet. There we go, 26.7 to go. Taylor, ball on the ground. He falls on it immediately.
It'll be a loss of about 2, depending on the spot.
Tell you what, heady play there by Taylor, pulling out from center there, and he just fell on it, and it's going to be basically no gain on the play. I think this may be the end of the 3rd quarter here, and it looks like it will be. So we're going to go to the 4th quarter. You got number 1 Salem leading number 7 Mayflower 12-7 as we go to the 4th quarter of action. Make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. This is going to be a great game in the 4th quarter. We'll be back in just a moment.
Belong at a school that understands your needs. At Arkansas Tech University, you'll receive a personalized education designed with your interests in mind. Offering over 115 undergraduate degree options, both online and in person, with classes taught by dedicated instructors committed to helping you succeed in your chosen field. Grow beyond your expectations. Apply today and discover why you belong at ATU.
It's so hot, you're going to think my prices look like a mirage. Wrong. The prices on these trucks are the lowest prices ever. My trucks look different. Drink plenty of water and wipe your eyes. You're not going to believe these prices. Go to D3 Auto Sales on Facebook right now.
4th quarter action here, 12-7. Again, if you haven't already, like, share, comment, subscribe. We've got Newport was beating Hoxie. Let's go Hounds. Heard the biggest game in the state. Heard this is the biggest game in the state. Yep, that is right now. Mayflower's winning the poll right now. Got a lot of Eagles on Facebook as well. We'll go Hounds in there as well. 12-7. We got stoppage in play. We got a false start. Okay. Never mind. It was a sideline warning. Somebody said false start. I heard that come out. Oh. So 2nd down and 11, ball on, they say the 31, but the ball is right on the 30. Its nose is on the 30.
Right.
Handoff. Nope. Taylor going to take it outside. Faked it to Brink, got outside, got down to about the 26-yard line. So that's going to bring up 3rd down and 6, it looks like.
Good job from the Mayflower defense. It was a really good job of the fake as well by Taylor. They didn't see him for a second. I thought he was going to get a few more, but he was being trailed on the backside that time. Go back and see if I can see what number that was. That was, I believe, number 14.
Yards are hard to come by in this one. Brink gets it on the pitch. My goodness, coming through in the backfield. First number I saw was number 14, Jeremiah Fuller, the senior defensive end. Wow. Brink could not get to the outside on the Mayflower defense. Look at the replay here. You can see him, and I mean, just out of nowhere comes Jeremiah Fuller.
A couple plays in a row. Miranda Leslie says these boys need to get it together so they can go win a football state championship like softball did.
There you go.
Getting her plugged in.
So 4th and 9 now. Ball on the 29. Got to think they're going to throw here, and they are. Taylor backs up.
Got a clean pocket. We got a flag.
That's intercepted. Let's see what the call is. It should be a hold, at least where it's at right now. Let's see what they call.
Did he say he was inbounds?
I think he was. And I'm pretty sure I saw that they had declined the penalty already. So interception. We got a legal shift.
Get the ball at the 20, I believe.
So they are going to get the ball at the 20. And big time stop by the Mayflower defense on the short field. I'll tell you what, man.
This is a chance to go win it right now, or at least put yourself in the driver's seat.
This is one heck of a ball game tonight. I mean, my goodness.
Two really good teams, two really good defenses.
Two really outstanding clubs tonight. Tell you what, we've seen Bismarck. We've seen them twice now.
Seen Fordyce.
I mean, these two are as good as any of them. So here we go. Mayflower's got to figure it out offensively here.
Big run.
And they do get probably the best yardage they've gotten all game long there, getting all the way out to 32-yard line, I believe.
Yep, nice run between the tackles by Travion Williams.
Right. Mayflower has 18 carries for 0 yards. When I add this in, they're going to have 12. So big time run there. When you've struggled as they have on the runs, which I mean some of that's minus yardage because of sacks and the drop snaps on the punts and all that.
For a tunnel screen right now.
Throwing a little short out, throwing a little high there.
I'll put them behind the sticks a little bit. 2nd and 10. A little bit off schedule.
You got a big-time choice here, too. Do you throw it again or do you try to run it, get some positive yardage?
Tucker Willis says, let's go Cam, number 3. Talking about Cameron Willis for the Eagles. Another senior for them. A lot of seniors on this Mayflower team.
A lot of seniors for this Salem team as well.
That's true.
We got a spread formation here. 3 to the bottom, 1 to the top.
Tunnel screen, please.
Handoff.
There you go.
Coming out the backside there.
Hey, he got about 8 or 9. Depending on the spot, looks like about 8. And it's going to bring him up 3rd and about 2.
That run was open the last time, too. So I don't know if it's I'm not sure if it's the formations or whatever, or if maybe Salem might be getting a little tired here on defense. They've been going at it all game long.
I figure they're going to stack the box a little bit more here. Expecting a run. Let's see what Mayflower calls.
So 3rd down and 3 is what they've got at ball on the 39-yard line.
Got Trip Martin in tight this time. Right over the left end, right? The bottom of your screen. He's reading. There you go. Good throw. Good throw catch.
Well designed there. And that's a 7-yard gain. And that is enough for a 1st down. Tanner Reed, superstar is what I hear. And
he's one of those Drew Morgan tops.
Right.
Quicker than fast. Hard to guard in a phone booth.
3 catches for 26 yards and a touchdown now for Reed. 8:57 and counting here in this 4th quarter. Mayflower trying to make something happen.
They're creeping in. Looks like they're showing a little bit of blitz here. Let's find out if they change anything. All 3 linebackers took a step forward. Nope, they're all play a little zone.
Stepping up in the pocket. He's trying to find Reed, and Reed comes in. My goodness.
Jacob Dawson had a beat on the ball. He's putting his hands on his head. He can't believe it. Somehow, Reed with the strong arms pulls him in, or Willis, I should say.
There's the replay. Smith doing a good job of stepping up underneath the rush. Comes out, throws it up. Reed somehow in between two.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, in between two defenders there. And he gets it. Now Reed has 4 catches for 50 yards. And I know Miss Leslie's got to be happy about that one.
Now, another handoff to Travion Williams. Let's see.
Box is a little lighter right now.
Oh, quarterback. Power.
Good play call there.
Yeah, I've been waiting for that. I think they should do more of it. Get you an extra back, kind of running a single wing top at that point. An extra blocker in the box.
I believe that was Willis on the carry there. He got down to the 19.
Miranda's definitely excited right now.
So Mayflower, best drive of the game so far. First down and 10 once again. We got Wildcat formation right now. That's what they're running. And we've got flag on the play.
Lucas
False
Foster.
start.
Lucas Foster says 12 is a menace. Maybe some of y'all get the Spider-Man voice.
I mean, the chat is just lit up right now. We can't even keep up. Paige Hawk says, wake up, Salem.
Yeah, need some more Salem in here, which most of them are here at the game.
Right. Yeah, pretty full stands over there. Got a state championship caliber team. Why wouldn't you have full stands?
That's right.
They can come back and watch it later, right? 12-7 here. First and 15. Ball on the 24-yard line.
Oh, tough snap. Good job. Good hands by the quarterback.
There's Reed again.
Yep. Now there's that little bubble top screen I've been looking for.
Boy, Reed has been the go-to man on this drive. That was a good pass by the quarterback, and that was a really tough snap.
Well, one of the things Mayflower's doing right now, they're doing a good job of just taking what the defense is giving them. Right now, the corners are lagging, and they're just throwing the short stuff right now.
Getting the ball up quick. They're not letting the pressure of Salem be a factor.
It is second down and 9. Ball on the 18-yard line. Salem's starting to slow it down just a little bit. And they're mixing up the Wildcat and
you got man-to-man with Reed right now.
Yeah, the regular offense here. Willis.
Oh, great job.
Boy, I tell you what, they're so sound in their run fits right now. I mean, they do such a good job there.
Ryan Daly said his name 3 or 4 times in the first quarter alone. He was all over that one.
No gain there for Willis.
Those are the type of guys that were making plays earlier, and they haven't done it as much as of late. Comes up big right here. Force the 3rd and long.
Coming up on 6 minutes to play. Mayflower driving.
Who wants it more right now? This is what it's all about. That's why you play the game, Brad.
That's right.
You didn't have that headset on and rub your bald head.
Smith. Switching the side of the running back. Smith dropping back. He's throwing the post behind it. Short's intercepted. I mean, he had him, but it was too short.
Brink just too athletic on that play. Timed it, high pointed that ball perfectly. Man, that hurts. That's a big drive killer from Mayflower.
I mean,
here's your replay.
Your post was on top. You've got to.
Brink got inside on it. Is that Birmingham? It is Birmingham. He got inside on it, high pointed that ball. Excellent technique.
So the receiver on that play has to cross the face of the defender.
Right. He won't allow it. Watch Birmingham. He gets right here and he's like, I'm coming inside. He saw what was coming and running the post.
So now Salem has the ball. 5:39 to go. Trying to ice this one out. Handoff goes off the right-hand side. I believe number 11 on the carry there. And that is Dylan Gaskins again. Salem going to be happy just to let this thing run out if they can get it to run out here. Ball is going to be spotted on the 24-yard line. It's second down and 6 now. 4-yard gain there by Gaskin. Up on 5 minutes as we go. Handoff goes to Brink.
Oh, they faked it.
Oh, wow.
I didn't see it either. Gaskin's got it again, and he got a big one this time.
Wow. That was a great play because it fooled me completely, and I believe that's a 14-yard gain there. It is. I did not know he had the football. That was a big play there.
Chains are reset. Clock is rolling again. 24 on a play clock now.
Ball on the 38, 1st and 10. Clock is the friend of Salem, the enemy of Mayflower right now.
7 on a play clock. They'll snap it.
They're just going to tush push, basically.
Yeah.
I mean, not much there, but I think they're more concerned about the time than they are really gaining any yardage. As long as they get enough to keep the football, that's all they care about right now. That's a 3-yard gain by quarterback Jackson Taylor there. And minutes are running off the clock at some point. In fact, Mayflower is probably going to have to stop them from getting first down right here. Time is running out. You've got 2 timeouts left for Salem, 3 for Mayflower. They're going to have to start thinking about calling them pretty quickly. Brink cuts up the field. Uh-oh. Goodness.
He's still on his feet, still churning, going to have the first down and more.
I mean, he crossed the 50, gets all the way down to the 46-yard line. That is I believe it's a 13-yard gain for Brink.
He's talking to the referee about what he felt like was some extracurricular at the end. Watch this pile on replay. Yeah. He might have been saying, sorry, I ran over you.
Yep. Well, again, Mayflower, time is running out.
Trying to strip it out, allowing him to get some extra yards as well.
Tell you what, Salem has tightened up on their formations. They're keeping everything close, really using deception right now against Mayflower. 3:20 and counting. Taylor gets smoked. Goodness gracious. Ball goes down to the 45. That'll be a 1-yard gain there, and Taylor paid the price on that one. .303 and counting. No.
Top 10.
I mean, Salem doing a great job right now of running clock. 2:45 left.
That was a better job that time on first down. They need another play like that. If they can get Brink down, which is so hard to do,
right,
they'll have another one, and they do.
Maybe a yard. 3rd and about 8. So they got a chance here. Maybe I think they called timeout. They did.
We're going to be looking for a D3 Auto Sales MVP of the game tonight. And it is a timeout Mayflower. You know, Brink right now, 13 carries, 86 yards. Ethan Birmingham had the touchdown carry, 7 carries for 33 yards for him. You know, Jackson Taylor's done a good job of running the offense here tonight. Those are ones that I'm looking at. 38 carries, 166 for Salem. Running the football and being able to carry the ball and run time down has been enough here, and it looked like it could be enough for them to win. That's true. 2:35 left here in this ball game. 12-7. Huge play in this one here. 3rd down and 7 ball on the 43. Mayflower really needs to get them to stop here. They've taken 1 timeout. If they get a first down here, that's probably ball game. So 3rd and 7. They've got to get down to about the 36-yard line.
What do you think here? Maybe a rollout, run pass option. You don't throw that ball unless somebody's wide open. Definitely protect it. Don't throw something if someone's on your back.
They do.
Yeah,
they're going to do play action rollout. They've got a man down the field.
Oh!
And it is almost intercepted.
Threw it behind. Sweet.
And life is given to the Mayflower Eagles right there.
The clock, big time.
So I'm going to disagree with you, Duran, on this one. I think I would have kept that one on the ground.
No,
What?
Yeah, I mean, I think he had a little room to run here.
He could have.
got a gut 5 yards maybe, but you throw it if he's wide open, but you got to make a good throw if you're going to do it.
But anyway, my reasoning being is that the clock continues to run. You force them to take a timeout in that position. Your defense is held up all game long. Punt the football away and give them a long field. But now you save them 30-plus seconds and a timeout. So here we go. Here's the kick.
Nope.
It hits the man, and can he get
Still
on it?
ain't got
Is
it.
he
Now
on
he
it? He
does.
is
Yeah,
on it.
He's got it.
But, boy, that was a costly mistake because the way that
Yep.
one was rolling was probably going to go in the end zone.
Yeah, and now they got to go 85-plus.
So 2:19 to go. Mayflower with the football in their last opportunity here.
Marked at the 11 or maybe the 12. It's a tough angle from here, but
89 yards away.
it's the 12. Yeah, I can see on the camera. Well, y'all can see closer than we can with our eyes. So 88. They got to do it in 2:19.
Whatever it is, it's a long way away. So Mayflower comes out. Offense. Trying to figure out a way to get themselves in the end zone. 2:19 to go. Smith looking at his guy.
Yeah, look at this matchup with him and Jacob Dawson Reed out here, man to man.
They're going to fake it. Steps up underneath it, pulls it down. Not much doing there. They got to get up quickly. They can't let a lot of time run here. Quarterback is sacked. That's a 1-yard loss, maybe 2-yard loss there. Let's see where they spot it. It is a 1-yard loss on the play.
Got to look at what you got. You got Jacob Dawson giving 7-8 yards of cushion here.
Take what you
Reed's
can get.
got the quickness that he can get a little down and out. He can run a little slant inside. Now you got 2 receivers on this
Clock
side.
is running.
Wide.
Clock is running. Lots of clock running. 13 on the clock. They're not going fast enough.
No, there's 7 on the play clock.
Yep. Smith drops back to pass. He's flushed out. Steps up. He's got to get rid of it, or he's going to get sacked again. And he got
bent up too.
Yep.
They got to call timeout. He's in pain. He got rolled up.
He did gain a few yards on the play. They're trying to get him up. They stopped the play, so he's going to have to come out if they stop the play, or did they call timeout? I believe they called a timeout there. So 2-yard gain on that, but the time lost is the main problem here for the Mayflower Eagles with 1:27 to go. And timeout Mayflower. 1 timeout left here for Mayflower. You got 2 for Salem. Let's go to a quick break if we can. Let's go ahead and go to, if we got a quick one, let's do that real quick.
Make my prices look like a mirage. Wrong. The prices on these trucks are the lowest prices ever. My trucks look different. Drink plenty of water and wipe your eyes. You're not going to believe these prices. Go to D3 Auto Sales on Facebook right now.
Look, everybody's talking about D3 Auto Sales in Des Arc. Little town, big dealership, okay? And I asked myself, what is it? Is it the pricing? Yes, the pricing. You can get one of these nice vehicles for not a lot of money. Don't be a loser. Follow us on Facebook, d3autosales.com.
John Douglas says, I believe Salem can repeat as champs. I'm right there with you, man. They look good. But I'm going to tell you what, 3A's deep. There's a lot of players in 3A this year. 1:27 to go. Salem leads 12-7 in this one. Mayflower's got to come up with something quickly here. Dropping back to pass. Smith throws back. He's got a man. Is that Reed again?
I think it is. It is. No, Reed's over here.
Oh, that's number 2. That's Phillips.
It's going to be the clock hasn't stopped because it wasn't a first down. Now they're stopping it to maybe measure or at least get an eyeball
they got a
on
timeout.
it.
So
yeah, he's short.
They're going to mark it at the 20. So 4th and
1 yard short, it looks
21. Like. Got 8 on that play. Enough to keep it alive. Marcus Phillips got the catch.
You gotta maybe call a couple plays here. If you get the first down, what are you running into? If you're not going to clock it, you're going to have another player ready to go.
Clinton basketball coach Matthew Post is in my chat. He says, here comes the Eagles. And we'll be at Clinton on January the 3rd for the ASN Basketball Classic. That's something you don't want to miss out on. You want to join us that day. You got 6 great games, basketball all over the place. Just after New Year's, you're going to want to be there with us. 1:12 left in this one, 4th down and 1. Mayflower's got to come up with their best play here. Try to figure out a way to move forward on this Salem defense that's been stifling all game long. So here we go. Ball on the 21. 4th and 1. They've got to get 1 yard to keep it going. Smith hands it off, goes up the middle. He's not going to get anywhere, and that's going to be the ball game. Loss of about 3 on the play, and Salem just stacked the box, blitzed the run, and stopped them. And that is going to be enough for a Salem victory, and Salem is going to win the 3A2.
All they got to do is nil it out. No more timeouts for Mayflower.
What a great ball game this has been tonight. Somebody's got to win and somebody's got to lose. 2 teams that have just battled it out. I mean, you don't see this type of ball game too much anymore.
It's a heavyweight fight tonight for sure.
Mayflower, the number 7 team in our 3A poll. They look every bit of it. They do. They look every bit of it. That defense is tough. They're going to give a lot of people problems. But tonight is Salem's night, and they're going to kneel it out. What do we got?
He's a false start.
And we got a penalty in the
tailback. Took a step back before the ball was.
I think we've got an unsportsmanlike penalty there with number 79 take his helmet off. He bounced it off the ground.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it didn't look like Salem got set before they snapped it. So it's going to be after the play. I assume they're going to mark off the 5, but then they're going to mark off the 15 after that.
But you can be in motion in the backfield.
Yeah, you can.
So I guess that's.
I just don't think they ever got set at all. You know what I mean? Like they just, you have to be set for at least 1 second, and they weren't set at all. But it doesn't matter, as Salem is going to kneel this one out. 59 seconds to go, and we got more flags coming in. Looks like more unsportsmanlike penalties going to be marked off here, so we're going half the distance to the goal. This thing's been a little bit chippy all day long. I mean, this is a conference title game. So Mayflower will move on tomorrow or next week. Got a huge game against Atkins. That's going to be a big game for playoff positioning for both teams, as Salem has basically, for all intents and purposes, won the conference here. Taylor's going to kneel it out.
Have to snap it one more time.
Should have to snap it one more time. And Salem's going to come out with a 12-7 victory. They look like a team that can win in a lot of ways, Duran.
Yeah, they definitely can. And it starts, in my opinion, on the defensive side. They run a 3-4 about as good as you'll ever see in a 3A conference. Just fabulous front 3 down linemen and linebackers fill the gaps. They know their responsibilities. They tackle well in the open field. This was a great ball game. These 2 teams possibly could somehow meet up again, and it could go either way. Well, honestly, you could flip a coin on this one.
You like the athleticism that Mayflower has, especially on the defensive side of the ball. But, boy, Salem was just a game team tonight. They really were. I think tonight especially they looked better on the defensive side of the ball this week than they did when we saw them against Malvern, and they held Malvern down.
A little bit of advantage getting to play at home. It might have been a little bit tougher on the road. Might have been singing a different tune if it was at Mayflower. But great game. And, definitely both of these teams are in it to win it. They're real contenders for the state championship.
All right, well, we're going to go to a quick break, and when we come back, we'll wrap this thing up here from Salem. It's been a great ball game. We'll get the D3 MVP of the night, and we'll talk to you about what's coming up on ASN shortly. You don't want to miss it. We'll be back in just a moment. The Arkansas Sports Network Basketball Classic tips off January 3rd in Clinton. Some of the state's best teams. One unforgettable day of hoops. Don't wait. Secure your seats now before they're gone. Get your tickets for the ASN Basketball Classic at facebook.com/ AR Sportsnet HS and AR Sportsnet. Or you can click the QR code at the bottom of the screen.
It's so hot, you're going to think my prices look like a mirage. Wrong. The prices on these trucks are the lowest prices ever. My trucks look different. Drink plenty of water and wipe your eyes. You're not going to believe these prices. Go to D3 Auto Sales on Facebook right now.
Look, everybody's talking about D3 Auto Sales in Des Arc. Little town, big dealership, okay? And I asked myself, what is it? Is it the pricing? Yes, the pricing. You can get one of these nice vehicles for not a lot of money. Don't be a loser. Follow us on Facebook, d3autosales.com. Look, everybody's talking about D3 Auto Sales, and I say to myself, there must be something special about this dealership, and it's their prices. You can get one of these vehicles right up here for not a lot of money, right? That's D3 Auto Sales in Des Arc, d3autosales.com.
Since inception, Premier Facilities Group has completed some of the most challenging and rewarding construction projects across Arkansas. Today, our work extends across 4 core markets: commercial and residential building, industrial, and utility. That allows our company to construct projects that help shape and improve the landscape of the River Valley and beyond. A strong local presence and a vast network of resources allows us to provide best-in-class solutions for all of our clients. From small jobs to multi-million-dollar capital projects, PFG's employees and resources are dedicated to serving our clients and delivering strong results.
Look, everybody's talking about D3 Auto Sales in Des Arc. Little town, big dealership, okay? And I asked myself, what is it? Is it the pricing? Yes, the pricing. You can get one of these nice vehicles for not a lot of money. Don't be a loser. Follow us on Facebook, d3autosales.com.
Well, we're back to wrap things up again. Thank you for joining us. If you haven't already, like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell here for more Arkansas Sports Network action. And also, you see the cash tag up there. Cash tag AR Sportsnet. If you enjoyed this one tonight, buy us a cup of coffee. We appreciate you. With that being said, great ball game tonight again. Defensive battle. Let's get the stats for them. We'll do the locals here as we go.
D3 Auto Sales player of the game as well.
Let's do the D3 Auto Sales while we got the stats up there. D3 Auto Sales MVP of the game. We talked about Ethan Birmingham.
Yep. I think he deserves it. He had a touchdown, a 19-yard scamper after they oversnapped the punter. Mayflower did. First play after that, 19 yards. And then what was even more impressive to me was his play there at either corner or safety, where he got inside on the post play, read that, high pointed the ball in the end zone for the pick when Mayflower had the possible go-ahead drive to win the game. Huge play.
Absolutely. So Ethan Birmingham is our D3 Auto Sales MVP of the game. Let's give you some game stats real quick. For the Salem Greyhounds, they had 160 on the ground. That stat is a little bit deceiving there. They had 40 rushes, so Mayflower held them to 4 yards a carry. And I can guarantee you that that's probably a season low for them. Pass yards, 64 through the air. They did just enough to do it. The touchdown pass from number 14. What was his name again? Do you remember?
Yeah, Ferris Thweet.
Okay. There we go. Ferris Thweet there. And that was enough to get Salem a 12-0 lead. That was the first touchdown.
Yep,
6-0 lead there. And that was following a big-time catch that he had down here on the sideline. Birmingham was big, 19-yard touchdown run. Great play design there by Salem. Mayflower fought their guts out tonight. And really just they played tough. They played hard. And I will tell you, I believe that any of these teams that go into the playoffs, they're going to have their hands full with both of these teams. I'm telling you, they're going to be tough. But with that being said, Mayflower has got to beat Atkins next week. And I'm telling you, the Atkins team is a good ball team. They're really good.
Yeah, let's look at that again. Whoever the 2 is out of this conference is going to end up playing – try to find them here. It's going to end up playing the 4 out of the 3A7, which will be more likely like Falk or Center Point.
Yeah.
And the 3 seed, if you lose next week, whoever loses that game between Atkins and Mayflower, they're going to have to play Smackover or Prescott.
And
that's the 3 out of the 3A7.
There was a score on this one, by the way. Let's find that score. Let's figure it out.
Smackover and Prescott.
Smackover leading Prescott 35-13 in the second half.
Looks like it's going to be Smackover.
Yep. So,
well,
Prescott.
No, they'll get the 2. So yeah, Prescott will beat a 3. And who travels on that one? Do you remember?
That is, you have to go to Prescott.
That's a long trip, especially
for
Mayflower Eagles.
Well, I mean, not as bad as it would be for
Salem.
For Salem, but of course, Salem, they've seen Prescott a couple times now.
Salem now is going to get the 5 out of the 3A7, which will be either Falk or Center Point, someone like that.
Yeah. So defending champs going to stay at home in the first round. They won the conference tonight. How many have they won in a row now? Maybe somebody can tell us in the chat there how many they've won in a row. Anyway, big time play.
The last loss was to Atkins last year.
That's right, and that was like week
6-ish.
Yeah. Big time play here. Salem's a good football team. 3A2 is really good, and that Mayflower Atkins game is going to be one to watch. That's for sure. Let's get our local sponsors up one more time as we finish up here. Thank you to Salem for allowing us to come back up here. Farm Bureau Insurance. We've got Philip Steed there in Fulton County Farm Bureau, and he's also in Izard County, but tonight he's a Fulton County man. Bank of Salem at 870-895-2591. Shaver Plumbing and Hardware, Heating, Electrical, Paint, Tools, and Lumber. Salem Drug Company, appreciate you for jumping back on with us. Main Street Tire and Lube, those guys are great over there. Awesome dudes. And Tees to Please. Hey, if you're looking for T-shirts, especially, all across the state of Arkansas, give these guys a call up here. For Mayflower, again, you guys jumped on with us, did a great job. Mayflower Booster Club. You've also got Mayflower Pawn Shop, used cars, 501-470-9199. Lawson and Company Graphics and Printing. We also have the Mayflower Chamber of Commerce, J-Dog, Junk Removal, and Hauling. Appreciate you guys. We've also got Peterson Concrete Tank Company, Double P Pipe Company. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Tonight, it's been a great ball game. It was our pleasure to bring it to you. Let's see here. Superstar, you were the MVP tonight. Where can we see the bracket? Well, it's not finalized yet, but if you want to look at the bracket and kind of where everybody's going to go on the bracket, you can look on Scorebook Live. You can check that out there on Scorebook Live. Let's see here.
Tell them how to get to it in there, because it's kind of hard to maneuver.
So go into Scorebook Live, go into football, then select the state of Arkansas, then go to playoffs, and then you can scroll down and click on the 3A, and that'll get you where you need to go. Real quick, I don't see any scores that jump out to me that we really need to.
Charleston Booneville, have you got a final on that?
Don't have anything new on that one. It's 14-7. Last we looked, Mansfield was winning 46-6. We got our Bismarck update. Newport Hoxie was at 24-12. And Walnut Ridge and Harrisburg at 56-20. Glen Rose was winning big.
Danville, big. Looks like they're going to get a big win in the Yale County
Special. There you go.
Over Two Rivers.
Smackover over Prescott. Fordyce over Rising 20-14 in the fourth. And McGee taking down Dumas right now.
Yeah.
30-8. Wow.
It's huge.
Well, anyway, guys, we're going to wrap things up. Again, thank you for joining us. We appreciate all of our sponsors, both our major sponsors and our local sponsors as well. Again, our major sponsors, Arkansas Tech University, D3 Auto Sales, Tyson Foods, Premier Facilities Group, and Metcalf Trucking. Well, with that being said, guys, we're going to get back on the road. If you like what you saw, you can cash tag us at AR Sportsnet, buy us a cup of coffee, and I think that's it. I think that's what we got tonight. Next week, we got a double feature on Thursday night. We will be at Desart for Desart and McCrory. And then we're going to be at the 4A8 championship game with Hamburg and Stuttgart. We've got a great lineup for you. We're going to have our scoreboard show next week on Friday night. And then we will have a playoff preview coming at you very soon. So it's going to be awesome. You want to join us? And when I say join us, become a member to get some of that content. You got anything?
That's it.
All right. That's it. I was going to say Aaron, but Aaron's blocked out. So Anyway, with that said, we're out. Appreciate you joining us. We'll see you next week.